Come un albero nudo senza te, senza foglie e radici ormai, abbandonato così, per rinascere mi servi qui. Non c'è una cosa che non ricordi in questa casa perduta ormai, mentre la neve va giù. È quasi Natale, tu non ci sei più. E mi manchi, amore mio, tu mi manchi come quando cerco Dio. E in assenza di te io ti vorrei per dirti che tu mi manchi, amore mio. Il dolore è forte come un lungo addio e l'assenza di te è un vuoto dentro me.
Guys, upload the live stream. Let's start the show.
E di noi è rimasta l'anima, ogni piega, ogni pagina. Se chiudo gli occhi sei qui e mi abbracci di nuovo così. E vedo noi stretti dentro noi, legati per non slegarsi mai. In ogni lacrima tu sarai, per non dimenticarti mai. E mi manchi, amore.
Let's do this.
Così tanto che ogni giorno muoio anch'io. Ho bisogno di te, di averti qui per dirti che tu mi manchi, amore mio. Il dolore è freddo come un lungo addio e in assenza di te il vuoto è dentro me. Mi manchi, amore mio, e mi manchi come quando cerco Dio. Ho bisogno di te.
Guys, the link is in the chat. Join us on the show. If you got a glass of wine, the better.
Mi manchi, amore mio, così tanto che vorrei seguirti anch'io. E in assenza di te il vuoto è dentro me. Grido il bisogno di te, perché non c'è più vita in me. Vivo in assenza di te.
Hey, a great song. This was a request from a viewer. It was the closest one that I could find. Obviously not the original one, but hey, it is what it is. I think it sets us up in a really good mood. Hey, Manny. Hey, James. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good. How's everybody doing?
Hey, oh my God. Well, hey, James, you start. I'm going to...
Well, I mean, I had a very enjoyable evening. I watched my football club tonight kick the pants off Dortmund, and I really enjoyed that. Stuttgart against Dortmund, 5-1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stuttgart kicked some ass.
Yeah, they did. They kicked some serious ass, and they moved up in the list from position 11 to position 6 just because of this game. Last year they were in second place at the beginning of the season, so we're hoping that that success continues. But we lost a really good player to Dortmund, and that was the only guy who scored against Stuttgart tonight.
Oh wow!
Oh my god!
Yeah, exactly. So it was kind of bittersweet. But the guy, he a lot of respect. He didn't do a huge celebration because he has tons of teammates there. From Stuttgart, and Stuttgart is still in his heart, I think. Anyways, I mean, money talks and bullshit walks. He took a huge deal. I think it was something like 35 million or something like, pocket change for a football player. But anyways, so it just got me really just set the mood for the evening. Put it that way.
Hell yeah. On the winning mood, I had a fantastic day with the roommate. I'm still kind of recovering a little bit from this cold that I got. I was sleeping underneath an air conditioner, and I don't know, got a bit of a sniffles there. And we saw the Acropolis. We had good dinner. It was pretty nice. Yesterday we saw the Forum. We went to also the Archaeological Museum here in Greece. It's just fantastic. So much history, like the origins of like modern society and how it developed on these islands here in Greece. It's just a fantastic day. And then it was nothing better than coming home to open a fantastic bottle of Greek wine. This is I've got a Greek wine again today.
Yeah, what you get? Let me see.
It's called Gaia, like the mother, like the goddess of earth.
Right.
And I don't even know how to read that stuff. It's in Greek. I was told this was really good variety. And this was let's see, is there any English in the back? It's a white dry wine, protected designation of origin from Santorini.
Okay.
Again, it's barrel aged, ungrafted old wine. Oh, the guy at the store told me that they collect the grapes for this wine at night, and that's what makes the wine more acidic when it's collected at night. So, and it's because of it, it's like a little bit more expensive. It was a 40 euro bottle. Actually, I think considerably quite expensive because it wasn't at the store. And by the way, they also had the wine we had at the restaurant a couple of days ago, the red wine, and that was at the restaurant. They sold it to us for 75 euros, but at the store it was 50 euros.
Okay.
So actually quite fair if you think about it.
It is.
So and it was a fantastic wine. We're gonna see how this one is, and of course, God damn it, there was a wine opener over here for 3 days straight. And then today, 15 minutes before I start the live stream, I'm like, okay, let's get everything ready. I take out the bottle from the refrigerator. I set it here. Where's the wine opener? It's gone. The I think the cleaning service or something, they took it back. I don't know what happened. So I was running around the building trying to find the bottle, freaking out. Or it ran down, with the 6th floor. The elevators take a million years to go down. So I ran down the stairs. At the front desk, they don't have the bottle opener. They're like, "Oh no, go to the bar. They'll have a bottle opener there for you." So I go to the bar and they say, "Oh, we only have one." Like what? They only have one bottle opener. So they say, "No, bring the bottle here." So I had to go from. Okay, anyways, we're here. We're in Greece. We're having fun. Let's try the wine. I think the roommate will even try a sip. Roommate, you want a little bit?
My wife's gonna have some too. I got a white one also.
Oh, here we go.
It's from Chris's neck of the
Tell
woods,
us about it.
Washington State.
Very nice. Sweet Riesling.
Yeah. I've had
Colombia.
their cabs,
Uh-huh.
and their cab is really good for the money. But I've never had the Riesling, so I'll open that up and give that a try.
Ooh, let's do it. Let's open it up.
Yeah.
What about James? What you got there?
I also have white wine tonight. This is from
Very
Toscana.
nice. Everybody's
Yeah.
Manny. That's a white wine as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Riesling, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, everybody.
We were on the same wavelength.
Yes,
Exactly.
it's like we coordinated this
That's
almost.
right.
It's wild situation. La Mora, Vermenito,
Yep.
Vermentino
Vermentino.
from Toscana. Oh, Toscano.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's
That's
not a real
recommendation.
No, it's not. It was just something that we had here in our wine thing. We bought a few bottles of it, and yeah, according to my wife, it's very, very good. I have not tried it yet. I poured a glass, and I'm waiting to prost with you guys.
Yes,
so I haven't tried it yet,
let's
but
wait for Manny there. Uncork his.
Very particular when it comes to wine. So yeah.
Very nice.
So James, you got that in Switzerland?
Yeah, at Zurich. Yeah, place. Well, actually, not in the town where we live, which is not directly in Zurich, but it's a few minutes away. Anyways, yeah, there's a real nice wine place there. Very nice, and they're also pretty reasonably priced. What I really like is always they have snacks. They have nice prosciutto ham and nice breadsticks and stuff like that, and cheese. So you can really enjoy yourself, and you get to try almost everything that's there. So, anyways, but I'm usually a red wine drinker, but tonight I thought I'm gonna take some white wine. Yeah, Tim, though, I got to show you something else I got here. This here, this might bring back memories.
What is that? Oh, Norcane.
Yeah, these mountain glasses that we got at Norcane.
We got those glasses.
Yeah, I brought two of them back.
That's the mountain.
It's got a mountain in there. That's right. That's the Matterhorn in there. It's really cool.
Wow.
Put it up a little closer.
Hell yeah.
You just see the peak.
It's got a little Matterhorn inside
Scott's
the glass.
White wine. I'm gonna have a headache tomorrow, but anyways.
Hey, it's okay.
What else? You only live once, right?
Exactly. Well, I think with the white wine, we don't have to drink the whole bottle in one sitting. I'm gonna have 2 glasses today. Roommate said 1 glass, maybe 1 glass, maybe. I think we're leaving after tomorrow. So I'm here. Today's Sunday over here in Greece. It's 11:22 p.m. It's a little bit late at night. I'm gonna have this wine. I'm gonna tomorrow because we're done. We've saw everything there is to see in Greece. We saw the Acropolis, the Pantheon. What was it called? The Parthenon. What do they call this?
Parthenon.
The Parthenon, right? Yeah. There's actually a full size recreation in Tennessee. In United States, if you guys know, did you know this?
No, I didn't.
It's so crazy. Yeah, in Tennessee, they rebuilt it completely, like identical, like brick for brick. Looks identical. Here they got the scaffolding. As you can see, they're doing a lot of work to repair some of the stuff, and try to be as faithful to the original as possible. So it's looking great. It was a fantastic day. The views there couldn't be better. Hey, Mike Lewis in the chat, a wine legend. Join us on the stream, Mike. The link is pinned in the chat. So anybody who wants to hop on the stream and chat some watches, chat some wine. We're gonna be here for at least the next 2 hours, I hope. Cheers. Hey, I'm going to charge the phone in a second. Cheers to everybody. Cheers to Mikey. Cheers to Oshin, the watch community, all the amazing supporters. Cheers, guys.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Let me pour my wife a little bit, and I'm gonna go take it for her. So,
Very nice.
it's good.
Yes, roommate. You want me to pour you a little bit? No. Ooh, it's really acidic.
Oh, it's acidic.
Yeah. It's interesting flavor. Very tart. Ooh, I haven't had wine like this before, so it's very interesting.
Have you drank Retsina?
Retsina.
Yeah.
No. Wait.
No.
What is that? What is that?
Well, it's a white wine, and a lot of people compare it to tasting like Lysol.
Oh,
cleaning fluid.
Is it like?
To tell you the truth, it's
Greek? Is it Greek?
Oh yeah, it's as Greek as Greek could be, man. Yeah.
You know what? I think I might have had some. They call they don't advertise as Retsina. They called it their in-house wine. It was $4.
That could very well be. I was just gonna say they usually. I mean, this stuff is usually served from the barrel. Yeah. I remember back in Germany. I'm not sure if it's still available, but they used to sell it in Greek stores in like gallon bottles. I mean, these huge things, with a twist top, but it tasted really good. I mean, it's got to be the evening, the atmosphere, the whole thing, But a couple of times we sat down with good friends and polished up, one of those huge bottles within an evening. Well, but with a lot of people. But it actually, you get used to it. After the first couple of sips, goes down really good. But it's got a different taste.
I think I heard a story about the Retsina, and it's like what you say, that it tastes awful at first. First few sips, you go, ooh, what is this? Right, and then you kind of get over it. The more you have it, the more you kind of get used to the taste. Because hey, it's not gonna kill you. I mean, unless you drink way too much. But as long as you're having a little bit, you get the buzz going. It starts affecting your senses, and then you're good. You're
Exactly.
good to have a little bit more.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Then it doesn't matter.
As long as it's cold. As long as it's cold.
It's cold. It's crisp. It's a little bit refreshing.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what you need.
James, what time is it for you over there in Zurich?
Oh, in Zurich, I'm 1 hour ahead of Tim, so it's pretty reasonable here. It's 10:26.
Okay.
Exactly. So yeah.
That's called ahead. I thought that's behind.
Well, behind. Well, okay, behind. Excuse me.
10:30.
Well, all depends on which side of the fence you're standing.
That's right.
Anyways,
yeah.
It's 10:36 here.
Okay.
And there's different ways to read the time. You see it, like it's about like how people perceive time. And you said ahead. It means like you perceive time a little bit differently. You see, I perceive time as like chronological. Like I think 11 is ahead of 10, but you look at the time a little bit differently. Whereas it's like, hey, you have more time in the day, so you're ahead of me.
Yeah. I didn't give much thought into it. Anyway, it's now 10:37.
It's an interesting kind.
So, Timmy, what's the temperature? It's nice, right? Like it's like 78 for you?
Yes, it's like 78, 75.
Okay.
It's a really good weather over here. Really, the sun is good. There's a little bit of that cooling breeze. It's just perfect. Obviously, you don't want to stay in the direct sunlight to get crisp to a roast. But I think today was quite reasonable. Hey, speaking of reasonable, we got Mike Lewis.
Hey, Mike.
Legendary Mike Lewis. Cheers, sir.
Cheers, buddy.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, Mike.
What are you drinking today?
Tell us what you're drinking.
Actually, I bought a cheapy wine from Costco.
Yeah, mine's cheapy also.
Doesn't
Not
matter.
very expensive, but it's good.
Yeah,
Washington
I'm familiar with
State.
Chateau Saint Michel.
Yeah,
Nice. Actually, they make pretty good wines.
they do. They do. I've had their
I got
cab
this.
before, and their Riesling is really good too.
Yeah, they make good Riesling.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is out of Paso Robles,
Okay.
Cabernet. They had it on sale. It was $15 normally, and they had it $5 off. Got it for $10. You can't beat that for $10.
You can.
Wow.
$10.
That's a great deal.
Yeah, it's rated 90 points actually by the wine enthusiast. So it's a good bottle of wine for $10.
Yeah. Awesome.
How would you describe its taste?
Nice forward fruit. Has very little tannins to it. It's just a nice everyday drinking cab.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have rich color to it, but it's got a good nose to it. But it's a lot of forward fruit. That's what it is.
Huh. It's like a great daily kind of wine. Now, the roommate
Exactly.
the roommate actually has a lot of health concerns for me. Do you know, like, is there any risks to drinking wine? How much wine is too much? How much is like a reasonable amount? Because I actually heard stories about people who drink like a bottle of wine a day and they live until they're 100 years. Like, there's actually very good health benefits of wine, but obviously, it's got some alcohol in it, and then there's some
A
people
bottle, I'm not sure, but a glass,
bottle's
a
a
glass.
bit too much.
Glass or two.
I would say a glass to 2 glasses is fine a day.
Exactly.
That's enough. Don't knock out a bottle of wine every day. That's too much.
Right.
Okay, but a glass of wine a day is good. What about like a bottle a week? Let's say every Sunday. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then for the rest of the week, you take time off. You don't drink at all.
Exactly.
That would be.
That's
Well,
good.
you know, in Europe, especially in France and in Italy, they generally drink wine with their meal, and they'll probably drink a glass of wine with their meal and call it a day. That's it. And so you figure you get about 5 glasses of wine from a bottle of wine. 5 glasses from a bottle of wine. That's about a week, you could say. That's about a week's worth of wine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but if you split it with somebody at dinner,
that's a very good spread.
You can really, I mean, a couple of glasses is not, well, okay, whatever. But I have heard, and I heard this from a good friend of mine as a doctor. He said that white wines are less corrosive to your liver than red wines. Anything with any kind of color to it,
That's not true. That's not true.
That's not true? You think so?
No.
Are you a doctor, sir?
Red wine, actually, I think, I mean, they both have their advantages, both of them in their own way. But I would say the red wine is more of a, I don't know, it's a richer, more fulfilling than a white wine, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm a big red wine fan. In fact, this is the first time that I've opened a bottle of white wine in quite some time. My wife likes white wine. But anyways, regardless of the fact, that's what I was told. But I wasn't basing my drinking on what he said. And this also goes back some years ago that he said that to me.
Well, white wine,
I've always heard red is the one that's better for health-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
White. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, the red. I don't know about white, but I've always heard red when it comes to 1 or 2 glasses for health-wise, health reasons. Red is what I understood was better.
Yeah, that's what is always being told. Generally, too, white wines have less alcohol than red wine. Also.
Yeah.
So red wine, actually, with this color of the skin of the grape and the tannins, and has a little bit more benefits than white wines overall, to be honest with you. But as always, you do it in moderation, at like
Sure.
2 glasses maximum a day.
Right.
That's it. Don't overdo it.
And never mix it with scotch.
That's right.
No, I would don't mix it. Don't mix your alcohols. Not good.
Yes,
What
that
kind
that
of
could
stuff you
be
drinking?
detrimental.
I have here a wonderful Glenmorangie that I received. This is a Chardonnay cask.
Oh,
This
wow.
is distilled in.
Okay.
So it's got some wine characteristics.
Right.
Put it that way. And it's excellent. I got it from a very, very nice liquor store in Zurich the other day, and they just gotten a shipment of this in. They also had it produced in cedar barrels.
Okay.
But I tried both of them. It's one of these places where you're able to actually try the booze before you buy it. It's not like an ABC liquor or whatever. And anyways, I preferred this. It was really nice. It's super smooth scotch. And anyways, I actually filled my wonderful glass here with the Matterhorn inside.
Matterhorn,
So you
yeah,
can
that's
stick
cool.
your head in there. That I liberated from this watch dealer and I had Watches and Wonders with him. Well, I didn't really liberate. I asked if I could take him, and the girl said she would.
Of course.
She said she goes, actually not, but I won't look. I put them in my bag, and I was like, red shovel, I got 2 glasses here. Anyways.
Is that a lowland or a highland?
Oh, this is a Highland, I believe. Wait a minute. Speyside.
Oh, Speyside. Okay.
Yeah, Speyside.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a well-known brand. They also have really
Yeah,
really
but yeah,
high-end stuff.
Glenmorangie.
I'm familiar with Glenmorangie.
Yeah, I like it. But it's not normally the scotch that I buy. But since I was able to, they had them in. They were just there. The woman knows me, and she was just like, "Oh, we have something here that you should try." And I tried it, and I was just like, "Pack it." That's it. I mean, easy sell. Whatever. I wish it was that easy by the Porsche dealer. Anyways.
Hey, those days of long wait lists might be coming to an end. Maybe sometime soon, this stuff will be a little bit more readily available. But hey, big shout out here to Black Dial for becoming a member. Respect, really appreciate the long-time viewer, first-time member, I believe. Thank you so much for the help. Really appreciate it. He actually had a question here. He said, try Robert Whale or Basserman Jordan, for instance. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, he was referring to Rieslings. We're chatting a little bit about Riesling specifically
Rieslings.
from Germany.
Right.
So he recommended
Yes.
two brands. I'm definitely going to give those a try.
Very close to where I live in Stuttgart, there are some wonderful vineyards, and I love riding my bike there. And it's about, it takes about 15 minutes to maneuver through the woods to get to the area, or 20 minutes actually. But when you're in there, it's just absolutely beautiful. And they got some really good single track, small trails for those of you that don't mountain bike. Small trails that go right through the vineyards. And the people that own those vineyards, they don't even care. Yeah. Which is really cool, because normally in Stuttgart, or in Baden-Württemberg, the state I live in Germany, they're very particular about people riding on small trails. Here in Switzerland, nobody gives a damn. That's why the best mountain biker that ever lived lives 50 kilometers away from me, because you can drive everywhere without making problems. I'm sorry to get off subject. Speaking of watches, though, we should do a wrist check, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, let's do a bit of a wristwatch check over here. Let's start with Manny. Manny, what you got on today?
We got a Tudor Black Bay on a strap.
On a NATO strap.
On a NATO.
NATO.
Wow. Very nice. I love the Tudor Black Bay 58. That might be one of the kind of one of the greatest one and done watches for any man out there. Like if there's a
Agree.
man out there and he wants one watch that's reliable, that's not going to break his bank, but will serve him for the rest of his life, that's the one to do it. In fact, this is such a crazy story, Manny. I had one of those. I had that one and the blue one, and the black one was it was a tricky situation, but basically I sold it to one of my viewers who bought it to wear it as a wedding watch.
Oh wow.
It's his, yeah. And I had one of those steel reef extensions. I put it in for him, and he bought it to wear it as his wedding kind of gift. Instead of a wedding ring, he got himself that watch. A really great dude. He's an incredible photographer as well, like a super professional photographer. Maybe I'll try to invite him on a future episode to talk about it.
Yeah.
We got Hop on Smash in the chat says, loved your Sopranos cameo, Mr. Kingsley. uh, the Narcane logo is a pair of women's legs. I don't know about that, but hey, that's a really really cool Tudor. James, what about you? What you got on the wrist tonight?
I don't like Tudors very much. In fact, I love them. And I'm wearing my Tudor.
There you go.
My Tudor Prince.
Nice.
I'm wearing the Tudor Prince, and I finally am wearing it with the Jubilee bracelet.
Oh, nice.
Which was originally delivered with this thing, and this is 24 years young.
Okay.
It's a beautiful watch. It's in fantastic shape. I ordered 2 additional links directly from the Tudor dealership in Zurich, and within 2 weeks' time they were there. And it was, what I couldn't believe was how cheap they were, because I only paid 149 Swiss francs for 2 links. If you go onto eBay and you look for special links, which I did forever, trying to make up the difference, because I could not wear this band. So I had a rubber band all this time. I mean, look at this thing. It's so cool.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
Oh my God. It's beautiful. I mean, it's a really small clasp.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It was just like, oh my God, I finally got it. But when I went to the dealership and I opened up my watch box with the Tudor in there, the guy was just blown away. He was just, he said, well, I've been now working here for 5 years, and I know about this watch, but I've never seen it. And he was just like, my God. I mean, it looks brand new. And I was like, yeah, I take care of my shit. Anyways, and and he ordered it. He ordered it and said he'd get back to me. He said, oh, this could take a long time. I have no idea. Yeah, and 2 weeks later, they sent me an SMS and said it was there. I picked it up last week, and I'm so happy. I just, oh man, I just really like it. Yeah, Jubilee bracelet. This is almost exactly the same watch. Well, Oshin did a video about this watch, but it was the Tiger version. And I have a pre-Tiger because I'm not much of a fan of Tiger Woods. Gives lots of reasons. Has nothing to do with his race or something, whatever. But the guy's, he's a womanizer. He beats up women, and whatever the case may be. Sorry about that, YouTube. But I'm not a fan of his. So, anyways, I wanted to get this watch without the Tiger identification. That's usually under the top dial here, right here. Whoops, choose it right there. But it doesn't say Tiger. It's just the pure thing. And it was produced in 2000. I have the original box, papers, guarantee, everything, even the receipt from this watch when it was bought. I didn't get it. I purchased it about 4 years, and right after Oshin posted his video. So I 2 or 3 years ago, And I was just like, oh my God, that's
Wow.
really cool. And he was just like, yeah, well, this is kind of like a baby Daytona. And that is the nickname of the thing, Baby Daytona. So it's not a Daytona, but it's got an original, this is a Daytona case. But the mechanics are Vaju, the 7740.
7750.
Yeah, well, it could be the 50. I don't know. It's the same one that's used in, I don't know, watches
But I
all
think
over
it's
the world.
modified because it doesn't have a date on it, or it's just a date.
Just a date. It could.
Okay.
It could have the day. It could actually be there. And supposedly, I've never opened this watch, but supposedly it supports that. But Tudor made the decision that they wanted to go with the magnifying glass, as in, the following the Rolex line at the time, and they didn't want to clog it up anymore with more details, and they left that off. But supposedly the movement is there. So I
mean, that's a typical Rolex fashion.
Yeah.
Because think about it this way: when Rolex took the Zenith movement, right? The Zenith movement supports the date, and then when they put it into Daytona, they modified it. They took out the date, and they toned it down. They reduced the vibration rate, and it's kind of similar thing here. It could have the date, but they remove it. They removed it because that removes the thickness. That actually makes the whole watch thinner. So then that's a clever move by Tudor to do that.
But it's still
as you can
kind
see,
of a chunky monkey.
That's
it's kind of thick, but it really doesn't bother me. It fits well. And the thing is with this, regardless of what, and I've said this before on other streams, Tim, I've shown this watch before, but always with the rubber, the original Tudor rubber band that I have. It's the most accurate timepiece I have. It's unbelievable. I leave it in the winder box. I go away for a month. I come back. Thing lost 10 seconds or gained a few. It's unbelievable. It's like you don't even have to touch it. I love it.
Black Dial in
Thank
the
you very
chat.
much,
It's a
Black
wonderful
Dials.
piece James has. We got a huge super chat here from Sean. $20. Great seeing all the legends on the panel. Timmy, miss you. Hope you and the roommate are having a great time. Yes.
I was just going to say, Sean, you need to look at the WhatsApps I sent you. I'm going to be at Newport Beach next month. After I come back from Hawaii, I'm going to be in Newport Beach a week, buddy. So maybe we can link up.
October 22nd?
Oh God, I'd have to look at the dates again. I'm
James,
sorry.
you might be there in time for the Barossa launch party. Okay, text me the dates you're going to be there.
Yeah, I will. I'll let you know exactly. Okay. I have the itinerary in my thing. We're flying around. We're going to Portland for a few days and Hawaii for over a week, and then we're flying back to Newport Beach and then back to Germany here. We got to get back from my kids' school. So yeah, we're kind of playing around.
I understand. You just send me the dates. I'll help you coordinate it. Okay, if anything. Okay.
Sean, look at your WhatsApp.
Hope you're on the room. I'll put you into the LA WhatsApp group. So
please do that. So I can really be depressed when I can't make it because I'm flying on that day. I can look on my phone right now, but I don't feel like doing that. But anyway, that's a beautiful picture of you guys. Oh,
It's awesome. Hey, I saw you were eating pho like a day or two ago. You found a Vietnamese place?
Yes, I had to because I'm a little bit under the weather here, and we found amazing. We actually had it today again, a second time. It's the roommate's favorite food now. It's so cheap as well, and they give you so much.
It is.
Yeah, we went to a different Vietnamese restaurant for lunch, and it was horrible. The roommate didn't eat anything. We stopped by a cafe and she ordered like herself a protein shake. or something. And then we went to the proper one, and I think now she's satisfied because she's angry at me. Uh, by the way, let me just finish reading this super chat here. Hope you and the roommate are having a great time and enjoying your time together in an ancient and beautiful Greece. Cheers. Cheers, Sean. Thank you so much for your incredible support of the channel. We also got Frank Lamani, $5 super chat. Hey, all catching from the road, driving back from Tennessee, Oklahoma. Game, go Vols. I wish I could share a glass. Yes, Frank, next time. And it's always amazing to have you on the stream with us. Frank joined us for a glass of wine on the previous episodes. Guys, by the way, if anybody else wants to join us on the stream, or if you're having a glass of wine or a cigar or whiskey, you can email me a picture, hello@timwright.com. I'll bring it up on the stream. Hey, let's go to Mike Lewis here. Mike, oh, look at this. Mike, he put on a shirt as well. Tell us about the team and what watch you're wearing.
Okay, the one and only Manchester United. A legend team with history, with championship, with titles, but lately they ain't shit. So today I watched the game between Manchester City, which is the rival, the dominant rival now of the city of Manchester, play Arsenal, which is a big London team. Ended up being a 2-2 draw. But my team yesterday drew also 0-0, no goals, boring game, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's go to the watch.
That's right.
I am wearing...
Here we go.
Very nice.
My 60th special edition anniversary James Bond.
Beautiful.
And of course, it has the
silver,
the cool thing in the back, right? That is so cool.
Can you see it?
I love that watch.
Wow.
Yeah, just hold it still.
You can actually bring it closer. Bring it closer
right
to the camera. Yeah. You can get it in there. Yeah.
Yeah, hold it right there.
Now you're
right
too high.
Is he moving?
Yeah.
Cool, buddy. Oh, man, very nice. Very cool.
It's like an optical illusion that Omega has created, where kind of James Bond comes out and does his signature kind of shot at the barrel, right, and then the blood goes down. It's
the
very
cool
cool,
thing
and it's
about
connected
it,
to a seconds hand.
The cool thing about it is the bezel, the lume on that is amazing. The 60.
Oh, the bezel is loomed on this one.
All loomed, yeah. The 60 is in a green, and the outer numbers are in a blue. It's really cool.
What color is the
and it comes on this mesh. Yeah, and the rest of the numbers are in green.
Nice.
It's kind of cool because the 60 stands out more.
Oh,
and the
that's what.
Oh.
That's what makes the bezel different.
That bracelet's beautiful.
Yeah, it's got really a cool mesh bracelet.
Yes.
It's really comfortable.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great watch, actually.
Wow.
And I've got something else to show you guys.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I have an unveiling today of
Oh
Rolex.
My God. A Rolex. You know what? Let's do this. Guys, let's get to 50 upvotes and then we'll do an unboxing. A Mike Lewis Rolex unboxing and unveiling.
Cool.
Very nice.
Cool.
When did you get that, Mike?
Sorry?
When did you get it?
I got it this week.
Okay.
It was a gift to myself.
Whoa.
Nice.
The best kind of gift.
Was this an AD purchase or was this an AD purchase? Or was this from an AD or is it the gray market?
I bought it from a brick and mortar store in Miami.
Okay.
And it's a 2018 That's what I'll tell you. It's not brand new, but the watch is in mint condition. I mean, no scratches. It looks like new. It really does. It's unbelievable how pristine
So you
it
bought
was
something that
when I
you
got
really
it.
loved.
Sorry?
You bought something that you really, really loved. Have you looked for this watch for a while, or is this something you saw and you're like, oh, I must have it?
I've liked this watch. It's not like on the top of the list of Rolexes that I would wanted, but it's definitely a unique looking watch that you don't normally see around. And it's kind of a unique watch in its own way.
Okay.
It's not your typical, your Submariners where you see a lot of Submariners everywhere. But
Yes.
this is kind of a different watch you don't normally see on somebody's wrist.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to tell you.
Good.
Very cool. Speaking of something that's slightly different, Daniel Katz, welcome to the show.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey, everybody. And
Hey, Daniel.
nice get up. Hey, James. Both
Hey,
of you,
buddy.
you're wearing soccer outfits or something.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
the
soccer
soccer
weekend.
season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, my team played tonight and kicked the ass out of a team called Dortmund, which is actually a great team, but Stuttgart is better, and it's 5-1.
I haven't been following, but this is the COVID.
Stuttgart.
This is Team COVID. Team COVID.
Team COVID. Daniel, you're on the wrong team.
Oh,
You're on the wrong team. You should be on the team vaccine. You need to get a shirt with like needles on it.
all right. Maybe. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna eat something. I'm listening. I'm just eating something right now.
Okay.
Ooh, Daniel Katz is heating up some wine over there. Okay.
No.
If you're going to be chewing hard, please mute. Hey, I got something to show you. Since Mike is an Omega fan, I just want to show my baby. So here we go.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
I kind of
Very
like
nice.
Omegas too.
That's very nice.
Me too. Very, very nice.
My
Yeah,
baby.
James, I've seen your
Hey.
white one, but that's a very nice collection.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait till Tuesday because I wear them all on Tuesday. I can wear them all every day, but
Speedy Tuesday.
That's right.
Speedy Tuesday, and then I divide it up. 8 hours per watch.
See, I don't have a Speedy. I'm going to have to eventually get a Speedy. So I could do
Yes.
a Speedy Tuesday.
Yes. I think everybody should have a Speedy in their watch collection. I highly recommend, kind of going something weird. There's so many different limited edition Speedmasters. There's something you could find that's actually like, because if you go for just a black dial one, just the basic one, those hold value really, really strong, and it's very, very hard to get a good deal on them. And
Hey, James.
that's kind of mistake I made.
James.
Sure. Yeah.
What do you think about the white lacquered dial, the new one they came out with?
Yeah.
This year?
I have it.
Oh, you do?
What do I
Okay.
think?
That's
Yeah, it's right here, man.
Yes. He was one of the first people to get one.
Yeah,
That's right. I had this at Watch of Wonders. I was the star. It's right there.
He has it
Okay.
on the white rubber strap. He put it on the
I
on the
put
white
a
rubber.
white rubber strap on it. I have the original steel strap, but I put it on the white rubber, and I really love it. Hey, when I wear this thing on the rubber strap, I don't even know it's on. I fall asleep with the damn thing on. I mean, I just love it. What do I think about it? I love it.
I do
Yeah.
too. I think it's a great watch.
You
I
mean
think the bracelet
Yes.
is really beautiful with the actual white dial. It complements it well.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, the one that I got here is it's a Frankenstein because it's the strap is because the strap is produced by a company called Wrist Buddies, and they're very, very affordable straps. And what I did was I have a bunch of NATO stuff here, NATO bands, and I took one and I sacrificed it. And I'll show you. I'll show you what I did. Tim's seen this already, but it's kind of
it's a
what I did
great
was
thing,
I
Oh,
Omeganized it. Wait a minute, I have to fix this, Tim. I put this thing on the back here.
I'm gonna read
And
the
I-
super
and I-
chat while you're getting it. There.
Yes, you do that. You do that. There we
JHB
go.
$5. He says, "Nice Omega. Congrats on the Rolex, Mike. How does the clasp fit the Bond
great.
watch?" Welcome back, Tim. I'm not back yet, but
The clasp fits.
okay. Let's.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Now,
just,
this is
yeah.
something
That's
very
good.
interesting. What James did here is he took the aftermarket rubber strap, but then he put official Omega keepers and the
Yeah,
buckle on it.
exactly.
That's
Exactly.
awesome.
This comes directly. The
That way,
buckle,
it's a
everything
pin
comes
buckle.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
And a whoop,
very
and then
clever.
goes
Yeah,
everywhere.
well done. That looks great.
Yeah, I got the thing, and I wasn't real happy with the strap keepers that were originally delivered with the thing. They're white, they're plastic. It just, yeah, I'm sorry, but it kind of looked cheap. And I thought, well, what can I do here? Anyways, after a couple scotches, I came up with the idea.
As you do, right?
That's right, man. And fortunately, I have so much. I have like all the tools in the world to do something like that. It took me about 10 minutes to screw around and do it. But I had sacrificed my NATO band, the one I used, which is no big deal because I still have like 4 or 5 of them. But I had to sacrifice it because to get the ring off, you had to actually, it's knitted there, and you had to cut it and then pull it off the thing. Yeah, whatever. I mean, theoretically, I could rebuild the thing, but I don't think that'll happen in my lifetime.
Right.
Yeah,
No, that looks great.
Yeah, it came out really good. It was fun experiment, and at the end of the day, it looks really cool. When I went and picked up the 2 links for this thing here, I had the white Speedy on at the Tudor dealer, and we're just like, the guy was like, "Man, is that a cool watch? Is that original Omega?" And I just rolled my arm and I said, "What do you think?" He looked at me and he was like, "I didn't know they had that band." Anyways, and then I told him. I was truthful.
Right.
I figured,
And
what
James,
the hell?
you're
I'm not
funny.
gonna,
You had the
cares?
Tudor on the aftermarket strap for the past couple of years, and as soon as you put that on the bracelet, you took the Speedmaster off the official bracelet and put it on the aftermarket strap.
The Tudor was not on an aftermarket strap. That was an original Tudor rubber strap. Yeah.
Okay. What was the rubber strap? Okay.
I got that also from a Tudor dealer in directly in Zurich. That's shortly after I received
They had a rubber strap for that Tudor.
Yes.
Official rubber strap.
This guy has it. He's a watchmaker, and he doesn't have a specific brand there. He opens up. He's got all these drawers everywhere, and he's just like, "Let me look up," And he was just like, "Oh, here you go. What do you think about this?" And I was like, "Will it fit?" And he said, "Sure, it'll fit." Yeah. And anyways, 5 minutes later, I was out of the store with the rubber strap. Because it was upsetting to me that I bought this thing, and I didn't understand that the bracelet was 2 links too small. I could never wear it, so I had to find an alternative. And at first I put it on an Omega NATO strap. Of course.
Right.
I have one black and white. It actually looked really good, but it said Omega. And that is not the one I sacrificed. That is, yeah. I just took a plain black one that I had. I can't even remember where I got the damn thing. I think Omega gave it to me when I purchased something there. I think it was with my Planet Ocean that I had. With that, I still wish I had. I could shoot myself every time I think I sold that damn thing.
You sold it?
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was an old one with aluminum dial, orange. Oh God! But it was chronograph.
Were nice.
It was chronograph with 3 different timers. Oh man, God! It's not like the new one, but it was a beautiful watch, and it was so stupid when I sold it. Regardless, stupidity.
Hey Tim, did you drink a lot of ouzo?
Actually, I haven't had ouzo at all. I think I have to have some tomorrow. Yes, I'll have some tomorrow. I'm meeting up with one of the fans of the show, Here in Greece, we're gonna go for some souvlaki, and I'm gonna finally have some news. It's tough with the roommate, she's anti-alcohol and stuff, and it was tough. It was hard for me to even get a little bit of wine, but I also had I had to try Greek beer. I had the Greek beer. I had the Greek wine. I had the red, and now I'm having white wine. But no, I haven't had ouzo. I've seen people have ouzo. It's clear. They mix it with water, and it becomes like cloudy.
Yeah.
How? What?
Yeah.
It's mind blowing for me.
It's the reaction. Where I live in Germany, I have a Greek restaurant about a half kilometer away from where I live. And it's one of our favorite restaurants, and we've been going there for years and years and years. My kid grew up there. I mean, he goes into the kitchen even and screws around with the cook because he knows the guy. Anyways, they deliver ouzo with every meal. If you're an adult, you get an ouzo. My kid even gets a fake ouzo. He gets a shot glass that's filled with Sprite that they bring to him, and I mean it's tradition. That you haven't had ouzo being in Greece, I'm having a hard time believing.
Yeah,
actually, all the Mediterranean countries around there, you have ouzo in Greece, it's made of anise, which is anisette.
Oh, I like anise.
And it helps actually with the digestion.
Digestion, yes.
And they recommend it after you have a nice meal. And in Turkey, they call it klabraki, which is their version. And then in the Middle East, like in Saudi Arabia and all that, they drink arak, which is their version. So there's three kind of different versions of these anise. And of course, Italy, they drink sambuca.
Mm-hmm.
So but they all have this anise flavoring.
Sambuca really has another, I don't know. Probably because of the coffee beans they put on top. I don't know.
It's a little bit sweet, too sweet. I can't drink much sambuca.
No, neither can I. I did one night and lived to regret it. 4 days hangover. We're talking about way back when.
So Timmy, you need to try it because I like anise. Anise is good.
Have you had the black sambuca?
Yes.
No,
never had it.
The black sambuca is a little bit less sweet than the clear sambuca.
Okay.
And I like it better because I think it's a little bit smoother in flavor and compared to the white one, to the clear one.
Oh, cool.
And they both taste like anise, Mike?
Yes, they're all anise. They're all anisette.
Okay.
So here's just a really quick video of what it looks like when it's done.
When they put water in it. Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah, a little bit of water.
Yeah. Wow.
But exactly.
Diluted a little bit.
That's the way the locals drink it. But normally, if you go to a Greek restaurant in Germany, even if it's owned by Greek people, they just give you, because the place right down the street from us, I mean, those people, half of them don't even speak German. They really
just give you a little bit with the meal for free, kind of, or you have to pay for it.
Everybody gets a shot. There you go.
See,
it's just
the roommate chose
culture.
like the most expensive freaking islands.
We
were getting killed on every meal. It's been brutal, guys. The Greece has been vicious.
Maybe all the islands, but Mykonos must be one of the worst as far as expenses.
Oh, yes, I think so. It had to have been because the orange juice, a glass of orange juice at one restaurant we were at was €8.
Wow, €8 for a glass.
€8 for a glass. I came to Athens. I'm like, it's 150 over here. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
But when you were in Santorini, and so I'm sorry that I have to change the geographical location there. I mean, you guys, did you come there with the cruise ship? The last time I was there, which was God, how many years ago has been? It's been about 5 years ago now, and I mean, it was unbelievable the masses of people who would show up on those cruise ships. I flew in, And you know,
Yes.
I just couldn't believe it. In that time, 3 or 4 cruise ships show up, and I mean, from where we were, of course, you look in that harbor, and we could see this.
Yes.
It was like, you know, D-Day. Boats hitting the ground
Invasion.
assaulting the dock area there. And did you do the donkey stuff? I
Oh,
did
God.
that in 85. I did the donkeys in 85, but that was in 85, and I was on that island for 1 month in 85 when I was in the military. And yeah, but not related to the military. I had leave, and I just spent the whole month there. It was. I mean, the donkey ride back then was really, I mean, primitive as compared to the way it was when I saw it 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, they've got these, oh, Jesus, almost, I don't know, microchips, destroyed, remotely controlled, excuse me, donkeys. I mean, it was. And the flow just went for hours and hours and hours, both up and down. You know, I just couldn't believe it. I didn't do it that time. It was too much.
No,
James,
they
Did you
James,
do it?
tell you the story
didn't
about
let
the
me.
donkey. Kojak is giving him a hard time. He's been giving him a hard time all week, and he has on his logo. He had the wonky donkey all week. Every time
I
he came
damaged
on.
the donkey. I'm
Kojak
too
was in
big.
Creta with the Watch Apprentice.
Yeah.
They're coming. They're
That's
coming
right.
back. I think they came back today or yesterday, and tomorrow. In fact,
Yes.
we have our stream, Tim. The UK watch community. Yeah, Watch Apprentice is back. Kojak will probably join, which I love. Yeah, whatever the case, but they were in Creta, which was you know south from where you were. Creta is also beautiful. Yeah.
So
By the
Timmy,
way,
in Santorini, what do you like better, Fira or Ia?
oh, good question. Fira or Ia? I think you know we talked about this with the roommate, and I think Fira is better. It was like if we went to Fira, it would be unnecessary to go to Ia.
Okay.
But actually, I had an amazing live stream in Ia
Yes.
where
Yeah.
I showed everybody everything around. We had a fantastic time because we went to Ia first.
Right.
And we were like, wow, this is just mind blowing how people live there, and you know, all these hotels and the resorts and the restaurants and the cliffs, and just the whole thing is just feels like it's a fairy tale. It doesn't seem real. And you're like, oh my God, this is in Greece? How is this possible? Right? And we were just mind blown. And
Did
then
you
we
go?
went to Fira, and Fira is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were like, "Oh my God, Fira it's actually I think it's better. I think if you have choice, you can go to
Yeah.
only one.
Yeah.
Fira is probably better because it's a little bit closer. There's a little bit more. There's more stuff to do. Ia is like
Yeah.
so far away. Yeah, but it's slightly different vibe. I think if I was coming in for a couple of days, Fira. If I had to stay for a week, Ia is a great place to just get away. You know, if you can get one of those hotels on the cliff with the bathtub or whatever, you could just escape from the world. You know, you could go up to the restaurant, go back, go get great fish at the shore. You know, you can take the boat. The cool thing in Ia is those private yacht trips that you could take. They take you out in the middle of like, you know, on the remotest places in the middle of nowhere. That's a great thing. You can't do that in Fira. Fira is like it's where all the cruise ships are parked. There's like 3 cruise ships at the bottom, and they just dump everybody, and then they go up and they storm the beaches of.
That's what I was saying. Exactly. It's like D-Day
Yes.
there. Exactly.
Yeah.
The thing is, when I stayed in Fira, I was there the first time. I did spend a month there, and you were saying you were staying in a cave because of the apartments are built into the cliffs, of course. Yeah, most of them anyways. But when I was there in '85, you talk about being built into the cave. Half of the room didn't even have plaster on the walls. It was just rocks.
Wow.
And it was, I mean, yeah, it was
What?
unbelievable. It was so cheap, and it was just unbelievable. And my wife and I at the time, that was my first wife. I mean, we just loved it, and we planned on traveling to other islands, and then we ended up getting to know some people, locals there, and oh my God, it was a little bit different back in the '80s than probably it is now, because when I went back last time, I didn't have any connection with the people there. They just looked at us like, you know, these damn tourists, pretty much.
Yeah. How far away
Daniel?
is Eel from Fira? I mean, is it
No,
like
it's not that bad. What, it's like 20-minute drive, Tim?
It's a 20 minute. It's like 15 minute
15,
drive.
20 minutes.
on the
It was 30 minutes to Ia from where we were staying, and 15 minutes to Fira. So it's like they're 15 minutes
Okay.
apart.
Yeah. He is on the
Yeah,
tip
very
of the
similar.
island there, and Fira's like in the
Yes.
middle, where exactly what he said, where the harbor is.
So if I lose everything, Tim, because you know how I lose things,
Yes.
I would take a little bit longer to walk between those two.
Oh, Jesus. Well, you could do it. A lot of people do it. Tim, a lot of people do it.
Yeah, okay. Probably
They walk
about
between
an
two
hour
places.
walk.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah. Oh,
Tim,
there's a
how was the
hike.
food?
There's a 5-hour hike.
Oh, 5-hour hike. Okay.
Oh my God, the food in Fira. We went to this little restaurant.
Amazing.
Do not eat on the coast, okay? On the coast, you're the food. If you're eating in the restaurant that's on the cliff with the beautiful views, it looks amazing, right? But
But the
they
food-
wanted 200. They wanted you to spend $200 per person. There's no shade. You're sitting out in the open sunlight roasting. Okay, you're sitting there for an hour. By the time you're done with your meal, they serve you to the next people that come because you're cooked.
Well
You're
done.
cooked by that, okay? And you're
Yeah, you're
paying
right.
for.
All you got to do is
Me,
walk.
roommate almost got tricked into getting sitting down. I sit down. I'm like, roommate went to the bathroom. I'm like, $400. You fucking kidding me? I'm like roasting. By the time she came back, I'm like, we're paying €20 tip over here for the water that they served us. We're fucking out of here. I just want to be polite. I don't want to, hey,
You got out.
no disrespect.
All you have to do
I
is
got out.
go a few minutes from where you were right there. That's maybe 5-minute walk.
Yes.
It towards the middle area. That's not directly, no view on whatever the case may be, and you get the best food, and it's cheap. It's not that expensive.
Yes.
In comparison with exactly what you said, man. When you're right on the water and you're looking at everything roasting in the sun. But the great thing there is the sunset ceremonies where they play it different locations. I don't know if you were fortunate enough to be by one where they play at sunset beautiful classical music, and you sit there on your whatever opportunity you have, balcony or through the window, whatever the case may be, and you listen to this beautiful music as the sun's going down with preferably a drink in your hand. And I'm telling you, that's
we went to this restaurant, Tholot restaurant. This was the greatest, I think, meal we ever had. We had this amazing Greek wine from Santorini, that was on Santorini, and the food. This was the only meal that the roommate was truly happy with. I mean, they served us this fish. The whole dinner here. I mean, we had so much food; it was ridiculous, and the wine and the stuff. And I think. Now, we almost got trapped for 400, but I think we spent like 140 over here. And that includes the ridiculous bottle of wine that was €75.
Wow.
So
Wow.
do not fall for that trick. Do not eat on the coast. You have to eat, slightly in the mainland. Hey,
You see this picture here?
Yeah.
This one, my son was just a couple years old. He's now 11. He was sitting on my shoulders, and this was taken from Santorini. And this has been my back. It's been my phone photo
Wow.
since that time. I've never changed it.
Wow.
Very
And,
nice.
yeah. Anyways, it did. That was taken right there on the cliffs there, Tiro, exactly from our hotel room. I had to show
Very
you that
cool.
because it's Santorini. It's something that's in my heart. I love it.
Mm,
I'll go there again definitely before they plant me. I hope so.
wow. Yeah.
Tim, did you have some
And you know,
Mavrodaphne?
Huh?
what?
Tim, did you try some Mavrodaphne? That's the red Greek wine.
Mavrodaphne? No.
Yeah, it's a sweet wine. It's like the wine of Greece. Like Retsina is the white wine of Greece.
Really?
I bet you've been drinking Retsina, you didn't
Mavrodaphne.
know.
That's
It's
what I
a
Yes,
was
white
yes, I
telling.
wine.
was definitely drinking with Tina. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
asked
Oh,
you
it's
about
white
that
wine.
before.
Mavrodaphne.
Yeah. I think I think
Yeah.
I think roommate might have tried Mavrodaphne. It's sweet. It's a sweet red wine. Because I noticed that she was drinking some sweet red wine.
Yes, roommate. Did you drink Mavrodaphne wine? Roommate? Hello? Hello? She's ignoring me. Hello? Hello?
She fell asleep.
Hello? Hello? Hey, did you drink Mavrodaphne wine? Just be quiet. Okay. She doesn't want to.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll check because she took some pictures, and I'll check, and I'll have it all prepared for the next Sunday. Well, I'll make a catalog of all the wine that we had because we took pictures. But we were choosing. She had the white. I definitely had the Retsina because it was like $4. The cool thing in Greece, especially in Athens over here, and also actually everywhere, Santorini, it's the wine. They have the house wine is quite affordable.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
yeah, they have a glass of wine for in Athens it would be €4 for a glass or like the house wine. And even in Santorini and Mykonos, there was wine that was like starting at €8. So like and €8 it seemed for wine. Even in New York, the wine doesn't start that cheap for a
Right.
glass.
That's cheap.
Now the
So yeah.
Retsina is dated back
Mm.
all the way to about 2,000 years ago.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, so it has
Wow.
an incredible history when it comes to the wine world, dating back to the Greek time of ancient Greece, and that's the wine they used to drink for the white wine was the Retsina.
A lot of people that drink that for the
Oh.
first time think, "Oh my God, it tastes like Lysol." But as I was
Pine.
yeah, exactly. But
I
anyways,
saw.
as I was telling Tim prior to you joining, Mike, it after the first few sips, it's no problem.
Goes down like water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Tim, you're in Athens right now. It's kind of when I was there at the same time, actually just prior to the picture I just showed you, I was with my
Mhm.
son. We were with baby carriage on the way. We were in Athens. We were there for a few days, and I was alone with my son walking through the streets, and we went everywhere in the middle of town. The next day, there was a bombing that happened where a bunch of people got killed directly where we were.
Wow.
And we got very, very
Mhm.
lucky. It was right in court in front of the parliament from Greece. And we got very, very lucky because we were there in exactly the same time, but 24 hours before. And
Wow.
yeah, whatever.
Wow.
So it's kind of scary stuff. But Athens is a wonderful town. I love that too. I mean, really. And you're there again tomorrow? Do you have another day?
Tomorrow will be the last day that we're here. Yes.
Yeah. And what's your plans tomorrow? Tell us.
Well, tomorrow I think we're going to kind of wake up a little bit later. Today we woke up
Oh.
super early to go to the museum, but tomorrow we're gonna try to get into Roman Agora probably. We'll also try to get into maybe yeah, I think like a Roman Agora. Uh, and there's enough because we have these tickets that give us access to 7 different locations, kind of historical locations around Athens. One of them is Acropolis. The other one was Greek Forum. There's also Roman Forum. There's also, let me actually pull it up over here. I'll tell you. And actually, it's really important. Now, this is for people who are going to be traveling to Greece. There's a website. When you buy the tickets, you have to choose the day and the time for when you will visit Acropolis. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's really important now. Okay, because they're really strict. Now, this is the only thing that you have to choose the time and the date for. Okay, when you buy the ticket, so you can buy the ticket. Okay, it gives you access for 5 days, right? But in those 5 days, you have to choose when will you visit the Acropolis. Okay, and it's very important that you set the date that you're actually going to be there, because if you set it wrong, you're fucked. They're not going to let you in. Now, this ticket gives you access to the following locations: Acropolis. It gives you the Agora, right? Then it gives you Roman Agora. It gives you Hadrian's Library. It gives you access to Olympian, and it gives you to an archaeological museum called Karameikos and Aristotle's School. Now we're thinking maybe we'll go to Aristotle's School and see what the heck that is all about. But it's definitely you have to visit the Acropolis and the Greek Forum. Roman Forum you can kind of see from the outside, like if you just go on the hill. But it's good. It's good to go and touch the stuff if you can.
When I was in New York City
Yeah.
this year, and I'm a New Yorker, I went to NYU and everything else. But when I lived there, you just went to attractions and waited a little bit in line. But same thing, everything we went to, whether it be Vanderbilt Hotel, Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, whatever, date and time. You needed to say when you're going to come there. But actually, it works pretty good because we never waited more than a few minutes anywhere. Well, okay, Statue of Liberty was about a half hour. But besides that, regardless of the fact, I appreciate the fact that was one of the reasons I asked you is that are they asking for date and time everywhere where you make reservations to go to these places? I think it's great that they do because actually it does help crowd control.
Yes.
For everybody, it's for you and for whatever. Did any place when you went to the Acropolis, how long did you have to wait, even though you had already reserved time?
Because we didn't know about the time reservation, we actually had to wait like just pour me a little bit more. Hey, roommate.
Hi, roommate.
Hi, roommate. Bye, roommate. She just took my wine.
Yeah, and she's rolling over now. Yeah, exactly. Good night.
Unbelievable. We had to wait because it's important to get in at the top of the hour. So what they do when you're getting into the Acropolis, so you have your ticket, right? Let's say you have your ticket for 5:00. They start letting people in at 4:45 for your ticket. So if you have the ticket for 5, you go there 15 minutes before, and you'll be in 15 minutes. But if you arrive at like 4:15, you're fucked.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to wait until 4:45 to get in. So, yeah,
that's why it says on the exactly.
I guess I better have my tour guide with me if I go to Greece, Tim Ray.
Yes, we'll go together, Daniel, and we'll live stream the whole experience.
Oh yeah,
I'll take you,
Because
Daniel. I'll take you.
yeah.
yeah,
Well, wait a
let's
minute.
go together.
That's right.
My friend is doing a yoga retreat out there, the one they went to Italy with. So I might go there again.
Oh,
Whoever comes has to come to that too.
Nice.
We'll talk.
Right.
We'll talk. We'll do lunch. We'll discuss it.
Yeah, one of the things I love about Greece is the fact is you can go into a harbor and rent a boat and say, I want that one. And they're like, okay, thank you very much. Credit card, please. And you just drive off. Here in Europe, especially in Switzerland, forget it. Unless you have a boat license, you're certified in that country and. That's it. That's why I'm trying to get my Swiss boat license now. But that's another story altogether.
Right.
But I'll tell you,
oh,
it's very difficult. I mean, for what I've done so far, I could have taken the same test to be an astronaut. I'm thinking about talking to Elon Musk afterwards and say, yeah, look at it. I got this, and put me in one of your satellites, please.
Wait a minute. To get out. Can we back up the bus just for a second? You're gonna get a boat license, you say, or did? You did get a boat? Does that mean?
No, I'm still working on it, man. I'm still working on it. In Greece, so you show up at the harbor and you say, "Nah, that looks like a nice boat. I'll take it." And they're like, "Okay,
and
can I have a credit card?" They don't care if you have a license or not. It's like in America. You just get in the damn thing, pull it out, and go. Woof.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they don't care. Which is in Italy they care. Depending where you are in Italy, some places kind of look the other way. But if you're at any kind of sea, like the Garda Sea, it's called, or Boden Sea, or Zurich Sea, where I live, forget it, man. I mean, you need.
It's like going to med school. It's like going to med school to get your license. You know, that's probably what it is. Then you got to dive in and save a whale on top of that. I don't know. Whatever.
It's almost that bad, Jen. Yeah, unfortunately.
Tim, you can pipe in and disagree with me. That's just a suggestion.
Hey, this is true. What James is saying is true because maybe like 15 years ago, maybe more, my family went to Florida to like camp on Key West.
Yeah.
And my stepdad, they rented him a boat. He has never, I think, used the boat in his life. And they just gave him the boat. He just like whatever, paid the
Where
the
was this? Where again?
This was in Key West.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then he got stranded in the middle of the ocean. It was rocking all over the place like this, and he couldn't get the motor started. I thought we're fucked. At least he could swim.
You were about 13 then, or how old were you then? 13 maybe? Or?
Oh, I think I was maybe 16, 17.
Okay, but still.
Excuse me if I can interrupt. This summer I went to Sanibel Island because my family has a place there. It's very close to Fort Myers. It was unfortunately kind of wiped out because of that hurricane 2 years ago. But unfortunately, our place did not get wiped out. And I went down there. And we were there for 2 weeks, and I went to the harbor there, and I said, "Yeah, I want to rent a boat." And they were like, "Yeah, which one?"
Yeah.
And it was like, okay.
Just let you.
And I got in the thing, and you don't need a license. I got in the thing. I was like, I know how to drive a boat. My dad had a boat. My grandpa had a boat. My aunt has a boat. I know how to do it. It was no big deal at all. I just got in the thing and said, they asked me, do I have any experience? I said, yeah, but it's been a year since I've driven a powerboat. And they were like, well, okay. No kind of test, no questions, nothing. Do I understand what the navigation poles mean? I stay the left or the right of these poles or whatever? No, nothing. Just I got in the boat and I was just like, thank you very much. And this was from a respectable boat place there on Sanibel Island. I got it, or actually, it was Sanibel Captiva. It was right at Captiva, is where it was. So regardless of fact, you don't have to understand the geography, but fact is, I got in there and pulled out of the dock. Once I got out of the harbor area there, full gas. And we drove around for 8 hours, just burning gas and having fun. And nobody in here in Europe, they make such a hassle about it. You just wouldn't believe it. You need almost a license to get in a goddamn canoe.
Wow.
Whatever. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
Okay,
if you got some common sense, then you could be pretty good with like, the
you have
boat.
to
Like, if you know
understand
how to drive a
park
car,
the damn thing.
some of that, if you have the balls to get into the boat without like license, then you're probably got
That's
enough
a
common sense
qualification.
to.
That's
Okay.
right. That's
that's
the first question to ask you. How big are your balls?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How big are your balls? Take off your underwear.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, boom, guys, we just hit the 50 upvotes. Let's go, everybody.
Unboxing.
Mike, cheers to Mike Lewis.
Okay.
Woo! Here we go.
We're
We're
excited,
gonna do
Mike. Let's see.
an
Let's see what you got.
unboxing.
Come on, take
All
it.
right,
slow,
come on
Mike.
now.
Take
Tell
it
us
slow,
about
Mike.
it.
What's your
Take it
guess?
slow.
What this is?
Day date.
Ooh.
Nope.
That's a big box.
I'll go with the Sky Dweller.
Nope.
Deep
Sky
sea.
Dweller.
Deep sea. There we go.
A yacht. I hope it's a Yacht Master. Oh,
Yacht Master.
It is a Yacht Master. Yeah.
oh,
Is it a gray
It's a
dial?
rhodium dial.
yes.
I like that.
The
All right.
Rhodium
Well done.
Dial
That
Yacht
is
Master
beautiful.
40. Let's go. That's the Oshin most famous video, I think. This is like, watch video wise. This is his second most viewed video. And in fact, when I was in Vegas for the first time ever in my life, I remember I was wasted at 2 a.m. at night, and I was just walking through the halls, and I met a dude, and he was wearing that watch, and I'm like, hey, my buddy, my friend Oshin is a YouTuber. He made a video about this. He's like, that's why I bought it. Holy shit!
That's
Nice, Mike. Real nice.
But check out how pristine it is and great shape. I mean, it's a 2018. It's like new. Honest to God, no scratches, no dents, nothing.
How about the bottom on the buckle?
Nothing. I mean,
Nothing?
it's unbelievable. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at that. Wow. Excellent.
I mean, no scratches, nothing. I mean, and it's a 2000. Honest to God, if you put it in the cabinet in an AD,
Yeah.
you think this is like new.
Brand new. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very nice. Well done.
I'm sorry, Mike. I have to ask, what it set you back?
I got it for a good price. You won't believe this. I'm going to tell you the price.
Go ahead.
You do that.
And I didn't pay tax on it either. 11.5.
That's good.
Wow. Yeah,
Wow.
Perfect.
Wow.
That's very nice.
Holy fuck.
Where are you located, Mike, geographically? The U.S.?
Scottsdale, Arizona.
Scottsdale. Oh, my God.
And that's a well-known place, but where is it? I'm ignorant. Is that near L.A. or where is it?
Scottsdale?
No, it's in Arizona.
Scottsdale, Arizona, man.
Oh, Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Near
It's
Phoenix.
one of the
Phoenix,
richest
that's what I meant.
communities in America.
Sorry?
It's one of the richest communities in America, Scottsdale.
Oh, it's considered, yeah. You've got a lot of the people come from New York and California,
Right.
and they've got the cash to buy all these exclusive houses and high-end homes here in Scottsdale, and it's grown incredibly in the last 20 years. It's unbelievable how much it's grown.
Yeah. Been there.
Yeah,
So,
I've been to Scottsdale.
That's beautiful,
once,
Mike.
right?
Beautiful.
I think you know what? It's dressier version of a Submariner.
Agreed.
It's a dressier version, and it wears like a date just. See, the kind of the negative thing about the Submariner is all the sharp edges. Like if you move your wrist around, it's got these pokey parts. But in the Yachtmaster 40, they smoothed it all down. It wears like a silky glove.
It really sits nicely on your wrist.
Yeah. And
whoa,
the
Sean, $20 nice super chat. Mike, it looks great. Proper piece for a gentleman such as yourself. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So Mike, what dealer in Miami did you use?
What's that?
You bought it in Miami, you said, right?
Yeah, I got it from a dealer in Miami.
Who did you use in Miami?
I don't know if you've heard of G-Lux Jewelers.
No.
They what they do sometimes is they run a special during the week, and they call it Deal of the Day.
Okay.
And once in a while you get some good deals, and this was one of those that I got fortunate. Actually, I was about to buy a gold reserve duo face from them, but somebody beat me to it. It was unworn, this particular duo face reserve JLC, and somebody just slightly beat me to it. The Darn's watch was a great buy, and unfortunately I didn't get it. Somebody else beat me and got it before me. But this one I got kind of lucky. I've been watching it closely, and then bang, you have to move fast on the Deal of the Day.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you
That's
do.
the one thing about it. But they get some great buys, they really do.
Superman. I mean,
Thank
really,
you.
Mike, really beautiful watch.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
It's seriously.
Mike, when I was looking at a Rolex and I didn't want a sub, that's the one that I was considering. Was that Yachtmaster with the gray dial, with that turquoise second hand, which is that what yours has?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They've got a different version too. It's got the blue dial with the red second hands.
Yes, but I like that one. I like the gray one.
They call it the slate dial or rhodium dial.
The rhodium dial, yeah.
I think that one is kind of unique because the light blue second hands complements the dial very well. They look it's just a unique looking Rolex. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah, and that has
it's got a platinum bezel.
Sorry?
It has the platinum bezel.
Yes, it has the platinum bezel. Yeah. Yeah.
The bezel.
The bezel. The roommate actually she still has it. Before she started wearing the Pepsi, her one Rolex was the 37 version of that watch, 37 mil. This is like probably one and only Rolex that there is like almost a men's and a women's version, even though the 37 is a lot of men actually wear the 37 mil because it's such a comfortable size. If you think about it, 37 is still kind of a man's size, but these times, I don't know, it's the kind of design, proportion wise. I mean, the 40 wears so well on the wrist that probably roommate could even wear the 40, but she had the 37. She however banged the heck out of it. It's destroyed to bits, but it still runs perfectly. And I love the 40. If I didn't have the Submariner, I would probably go with if I could do things over again, this is a great watch, the Yachtmaster 40 with the rhodium, because it's almost like having a Datejust and a Submariner together in one. Submariner and a Datejust, together in one watch. That way you're having the best of both worlds. You're having the function of the bezel, which it's a timer, and it's a bi-directional timer, so you could swing it around every which way, right? It's actually very luxury. It's got this polished center length. Submariner doesn't have that, So it's got like the elements of the day just right, like it looks like an expensive watch, whereas Submariner for a lot of people it could be a little bit like, you're paying all this money, but you're not really getting that oomph that a lot of people are looking for when they want to wear something special. There's a place and time. Like I would love the Rhodium Yachtmaster, and then you can get an Explorer 2 for your tool watch, right? You got your tool, and then you got your like dress watch, but also sports watch. It's got all the same water resistance. Man, it's just a killer piece.
What makes
And
it
you got it actually at a really good discount.
very good price? I got it, especially in the condition that it was in. I mean, I've
Yes.
looked on Chrono 24, and there's nothing close to that price. And it's just amazing that I was able to get this particular piece, because it's one of those pieces that I think you should put it in your collection, because it's not a watch you normally see around.
Right.
People wearing it. It's different. It's unique kind of looking watch.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about it.
Yes.
It gets boring, where everybody's got the Submariner, everybody's wearing a Submariner.
Yeah.
It gets to the you want something different, something kind of unique.
Right.
And that was exactly with the platinum bezel. It looks just perfect.
Yes. Yeah, well definitely.
And the way it's so monochromatic with that slate dial, and then the platinum bezel, and then the steel and the polish. There's all these layers of kind of that steel. It's like it adds to the steel. Like, if you don't know it's a platinum bezel, then it just looks like a steel bezel. And then the dial matches the steel. So it's this whole thing, and it's different shades. So in light, because you got the polished and the brushed elements on the bracelet, and then you got the bezel that's got polished, and then it's got these bead blasted elements, and then the dial is a sunburst, and just the way it plays in the light, it's just such a gorgeous piece. It's like a disco ball sometimes.
Yep.
Great piece.
Yep, great piece.
We got Kaloy, who says, "Congratulations, Mike Lewis." Definitely.
Thank you.
Congratulations, bro. Wear it in good health. Kelly Katz. Oh no. Hopefully Daniel. We also need to ask Daniel, what's the update there on his Explorer? Did he get his Explorer back or not? What's going on? The kids want to know if Daniel. The kids want to know: did you get the Explorer? They want to know if they can inherit it.
Yeah. Here. Talking of deals, what's this, Kelly Katz? Father, can you deal with the fact that I need new shoes for school? Kelly, later. Talk to me later. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know if the guys are familiar with what's happened. I think some of you know, but before I went to Italy, I'm repeating myself. My sister said, "Leave your watch with me," which was the Explorer one. I'll take care of it.
Big mistake.
What's the big deal about taking it to the bank to put it in the safe? But for some reason, she meant well, and she put it in a really secret place, as she would put it. Such a secret place she can't find it in the house. But back from Italy, and without the Explorer one. But I'm still here to tell the story, right, Tim?
Yeah. Well, people are very curious. We're gonna start to we're gonna start taking our bets on how many days from now is it going to be until Daniel gets his watch back. Guys, we're taking bets now.
Well, wait.
If you have a prediction.
Yeah. That does anyone make? Well, how can they make a prediction? No one knows. They don't know my sister. Has this ever happened to you, Manny or Mike?
Not to me.
No.
not to me.
Man. Oh well. Hopefully they'll find it.
Now, have you gone through the house yourself?
No, I'll try to visit the house, and I'm welcome to look around. But she kind of, you see, it's full of clutter from the estate and a lot of stuff from the old house. They're holding on to it and slowly trying to get rid of it.
Right.
So,
But make sure they don't put it into like a cabinet and then sell the table with the watch inside it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
My goodness, yeah. Thank you. That's a good point.
So you might want to go there. The sooner the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a woman that's helping out with cleaning the place. She's, I think, a nurse background, and she comes to help my sister, who's an epileptic. She has.
Maybe she found it and kept it for herself.
No, if you met my sister, no way. She's pretty. Oh, the other.
No, not the.
No, the other.
The woman, yeah.
I can't say for sure, but she looks pretty honest. It's just like, like it's that dilemma. Let's say you drop something precious to you in the gutter, and who's going to go in there and look for it? So, what does Kelly Katz want now?
She says a man took the watch. His name was the Wizard. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
what do you think? I should give Kelly a talking to, Tim?
A little bit of talking to it.
Yeah.
She's looking, she's worried about her inheritance. She doesn't want you to spend it all in one place.
Look you see, guys, that's the trouble. I don't know. I don't remember the effects of my past relationships years ago. Now we got Kelly here.
Well, Mike, where are you going to keep this watch? What's the safe place to keep it? What do you think?
Well, I'm going to wear it occasionally because it's kind of pointless putting it in a safe or in a safety deposit box. I mean, I believe watches are there to be enjoyed.
Yes.
I mean, what's the point of putting it somewhere locked up and you don't wear it for months and months and months and you never enjoy it? It's just like driving a car. I don't get that. You have a car, if you collect cars and you never drive them, you just let them sit there collecting dust.
Well, that's
like
the whole problem.
A piece of art.
And rust away.
Yeah, and the trouble.
Well, they won't rust away, but it's like you may as well have a painting on the wall and you never, you just look at it. That's all you ever do, but you never actually enjoy it physically.
I don't know if that's the perfect example with the painting, because paintings, for those who really take it in, I can just go into the art gallery I hear your point, but I can go into the art gallery of Ontario, and I've been there over and over again, and go into Impressionist art section and just sit there and take it in and just dive into those paintings.
Well, I guess with the paintings, you got to invite people to your house.
Yeah, that too.
And have it displayed for people to see it, right? Like you gotta, you gotta have it. Like I see, there's a painting behind you. What is that? You got a little red, looks very ornate.
I'm an artist too.
Well,
you did that?
Oh, whoa!
Yes.
Oh wow, nice.
Here,
holy moly! Daniel, by the way, Daniel Katz is getting into paintings. Is this your latest creation, Daniel?
This is my brother, my late brother, but I'm going to try to get into stuff with crayons and eventually oils. I'm not going to try to be Lewis, but that's...
Let's take a look here. Let's a little bit more to the left, a little bit more to the left. Whoa, that looks very interesting. Look at this.
That's very
Mike. That's incredible. That's the purple one, and then so this is like some kind of armored figure, armored. But it's like a knight in armor, right?
Yeah, it's kind of something,
or some kind of representation.
Something creative with the. It's kind of abstract, and yet this kind of armor design to look, with a combination of like creativity that came in my head at that time.
Very interesting. Okay, let's take a look here. How would you? What's your take on this painting right here? This is a painting of Daniel Katz.
Yeah, that's a half-ass thing I did years ago myself.
You paint two
This is
cats?
actually quite interesting.
Yeah. A very sad Daniel, introspective Daniel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
My mom
Let's see another one here. Let's get it closer. Here we go.
Oh man, that's good. I really love that.
Wow.
That's really it's one of those paintings you can look at forever.
Very cool.
The way the colors
Now,
jump.
like the really strong colors. Have you studied painting in school, or are you just self-taught, just something, as a hobby that you've done, or is this a collection that you created
I started
in collaboration with other artists?
I was into art when I was a kid growing up in England.
Oh.
And, actually, I have a friend. Well, we're not close anymore. But growing up, he ended up being a production manager for many movies in England. He did the last James Bond movie, and he did the Two Popes, and he did also I don't know I can't remember the name, the Banshees of Inisherin, the one with Colin Farrell. He did also that. So he's like a very well-known production manager. He's actually won a BAFTA. Yeah, he won a BAFTA. His name is Mark Tilsley, if you ever want to look him up. And we went to school together, and he was an incredible artist, actually. And he just went into a different direction, into production manager for many different movies, and he's very well known in England, of course.
Very cool.
Mark Tilsley, right?
Mark Tilsley. T-I-L-D-E-S-L-E-Y.
Production designer.
No, production.
Sorry?
Production.
He's a
Production designer.
Yeah, production designer, right.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he actually got a BAFTA, which is equivalent to an Oscar in the United States. And actually, he was nominated for an Oscar for the last James Bond movie.
Was that where Bond gives up his life?
Wow.
Sorry?
The one with Daniel Craig, the last one?
Yes.
Yeah, no Time to Die.
That's
Sorry?
where he sacrificed.
No Time to Die?
Yes, that's the movie, yes.
Yeah,
the last one.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so how did he get you into art?
How did I get into art?
No.
Yeah, so how did he get you into art?
Well, we went to school together when we were from 11 years old to about 16 years old. We were in the same classes in art school together.
I see.
We went together. We went together in a Catholic school. It was called St. Joseph. It was run by the De La Salle brothers back then. It doesn't even exist anymore, unfortunately. But that's where I started studying my art and started getting into painting and drawing with pencil and that kind of actual. But I never went I never went to college or university to continue my art level to.
Yes.
Well, sometimes that can backfire. It's sort of something the arts is more. I mean, I believe, and a few friends of mine believe in it. Some of my friends are master's graduates. Let's say one of them in film, but he was ready to tear up the diploma, and was going to give hell to the panel when they tried to direct how he was to do his next assignment for a film, and they finally just kind of, when he walked out on them, said okay, and let him do what he did because they knew he knew his stuff. That's rare. After high school and on, sometimes when you're getting into the arts, creativity, the arts, you just got to do your thing. And if it's in the university compound, if they allow some room to grow there with your own stuff, then maybe it'll work. I mean, some people will disagree with me. So you didn't really lose.
You know, actually,
you didn't lose it.
Daniel, I'll give you my take on this. You know, because when I went to Paris, you know, a couple of months ago, right? There in d'Orsay, the museum, right? It's all the whole museum is all about the academy versus the anti-academy, right? The academies was all the people who went to school and they followed the rules that the academy has taught, right? The certain style and how to paint professional paintings. And then there was people who rejected all of that, right? Like the Monet. There's people who became famous for rejecting the school and going their own way. But the rejection was that, like, they had to understand what the academy wanted in order to reject it, right?
No,
So yeah,
was,
like you could study what the kind of the current trends are, and then you
right.
could go your own way. But to go your own way, you have to know what is the way, right?
Yeah, I get it. But
Mm-hmm.
I think in a lot of cases that does make a lot of sense. Like Picasso could have done, or Monet or Van Gogh could have done the exact thing based on whatever those unwritten rules of painting are, and then they went off in their direction or used some aspects of it. But there's some people, I think I would fit into that group that would fall apart before he got to the point of knowing certain stuff like getting so caught up in knowing how to do stuff to the point you're over
Yeah.
and then you don't jump the hoop and kind of push back on it. It works for some people it doesn't. But I was going to bring that up, Tim. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Art is totally creativity. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of these artists throughout history, I mean, like as you said, the Van Gogh, he created something with emotion and with feelings and with the. I mean, when you look at his brushstrokes and the richness of color, it was just so unique and different, never seen before. And at his time, during his actual life, he was rejected because it was considered rather childish, almost on the level of at the time of the period of when then you had Renoir and you had Monet, the Impressionist period.
And
so
about Escavadas or what? Can't pronounce his name, but some a famous teacher of basic drawing and sketching from Greece, or since we're talking about Greece, was so caught up in having your anatomy to do the human form, and I don't mind it, but I failed in the first level and only could go so far if I had to be taught by that guy. I had a former friend who had nothing to do with me because I didn't believe in that concept. You have to go through this hell of knowing your anatomy like you're in med school before you get to the stuff to do, let's say, the Sistine Chapel, and do the physical thing before you can go off to do the Van Gogh stuff.
Well, look at
I don't like it,
Leonardo da Vinci was somebody who studied anatomy. I mean, you see all his drawings and all his sketches, and the same thing with Michelangelo.
I'm not knocking him for it. That was good for him. You know what I mean? But some people won't even get past first base if they had to do what Leonardo da Vinci had to do. And it's great stuff that what he does. But I have no intention to. Oh, that's me doing yoga, Tim. It could be tricking us.
But even then, Leonardo da Vinci. I mean, if you look at his pieces of art, you look at them closely, and you can tell that's a Da Vinci because it had a unique look and it had unique style that he had. Nobody else could paint like he did. That's the difference between him and other artists at that period.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean,
Dr. Bob's Nightmare, $10 super chat.
that.
Daniel, can you teach us more yoga poses out of Kama Sutra?
Maybe at the Nut House in LA.
Hey guys, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. The Animal House Gentleman Style is coming soon to LA. It's gonna kick so much ass. We only have like one more spot available. If anybody's interested, reach out to me. It's gonna be October 24th to 27th. 3 days of madness. Hey, look at this. This was now this was with the what was this painted with?
My late mother. There's a story with
Oh,
her. My late mother, as you notice, she pretty well throws to hell
this is young Daniel.
young me at 12 years of age.
Wow.
Oh
And,
my
and
God.
with love
Handsome.
to that, she obviously
Look at those cheeks.
Yeah, well, of course she likes me. She's showing him the good side to me, but there's purples and mauve and all kinds of things. Not your typical thing for the flesh tones and the shadows, the dark shadows, and the secondary lighting.
Yes.
It's amazing stuff. So here's the story of my mother. You guys know, Mike, you know about the group in Canada, about the famous Group of Seven? Or you've heard
About
of them?
what?
The Group of Seven, back in
Yes,
the turn of the
yes.
century.
Yes.
That's our famous Canadian artist. So one of them was in charge of what we call the Art Gallery of Ontario. On top of their doing their assignments and their gigs and so on, I forgot his name, famous, along with the rest of the Group of Seven. And my mom, it was a school, but also an art gallery. And my mother was 4 years of age, or whatever her age was. And the people at the nursery noticed that when kids are playing with crayons, she's talented, and told my granddad, "You got to do something with this. She's really good." So, so we weren't poor. We weren't rich. My granddad took him down to this art gallery special school, daycare, as the story goes. So Lismer, I think it was Lismer. I forget Lismer. I think that's his last name. British accent, Canadian, one of the top Group of Seven. And he got into the class at 4 years of age. And he just being a good guy. He's one of those hands-on. He was the boss, but he was also helping out when the other staff were busy. So he watched over the kids before the parents picked them up at 4 p.m. And my mom was waiting with her long curly hair at 4 years of age for my granddad to pick her up. Just like things that happen today. Just like you, James, what you do with the grandkids or whatever. Anyway, she's waiting.
Yeah.
And Lismer sketched her. Like he wasn't going to waste his time. She thought she was unique and did sketches of my mom. And it would be wonderful if I found out where those sketches are today.
We need to track them down.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's no punchline here. That's the end of that particular piece. But it's interesting that she had the influence of some top people in her day, right from an early age.
I'm just curious. I mean, before there was a statement made that you need to somehow, respect the artwork that you have. And we don't have any prints in either my place in Switzerland or Germany. It's all original work. Some of the artists are very well known locally. Let's put it that way. I don't have any Van Goghs or anything that even comes close to that. But every time I look at those pictures, I receive, a feeling of satisfaction that we have them hanging on my wall. So, when you say just looking at your pictures is not, sufficient, I'm just curious what would be considered sufficient. And no, I'm not going to invite a couple of those beautiful watercolors that I have from a very famous artist in America that happens to be somebody I went to high school with, and we were able to exchange money and material when I was there some years ago. Put it that way. I mean, I'm not going to invite a bunch of people into my wife and my bedroom to say, look at these beautiful paintings. I mean, I think absolutely wonderful, and don't mind the skid marks on my sheets. Whatever the case may be, that's not the case. But what I'm getting at is that, I mean, I respect every time I look at one of those pictures on my wall. And if I'm just admiring them myself, that for me is sufficient.
That's what it's supposed to do.
What's the next level? What do I have to do?
That's it. That's with
That's
artwork. It wasn't meant to be, when we went on in this tangent of, you don't want to just have your watch to sit there or the car to sit there. A car will be destroyed, I think, unless you run it and use it. The art painting is fine. It's for people. Art is created by the viewer, not just the artist that made the painting. So the viewer, in a way, he or she has created a new experience because it drums up something, maybe something in a memory, or something like living in another period by looking at that painting. When you look at a Van Gogh, or when you look at something that might be contemporary, it brings back memories. It brings back, inspires dreams. In a sense, according to people I've talked to, it's art in itself. That's the beautiful thing about art. It's collab. It's the artist that did it, and the people, the way they interact with it is a form of art. Does that make sense, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Daniel.
What period of time did you guys really like the most? Was it Impressionist? Was it the Renaissance? Or was it somewhere like modern art today?
Well, there's so many areas of modern and postmodern art, Mike. I get them mixed up sometimes, but I just haven't felt the love yet with installation pieces. But although there's some really great stuff out there, it depends on which postmodern piece. But for some reason, I'm stuck like glue to Impressionism. That's my love. But that's not to say I won't like something that's postmodern, like your piece that's up on the wall, the way you mix the colors together. My brother, my late brother, unfortunately cerebral hemorrhage put it into his life very suddenly. It was acrylic and marble dust and oils. And it was crazy stuff. And I liked it and stuff like that. So I'm not stuck on one little thing, but it seems like I can sit around and look at, if the colors are really done together in a certain way with authenticity and love, then I can stay there and sit there forever with postmodern, and also with Impressionism. Actually, when I was in Lecce, Italy, in the south, there was an art gallery. I walked in there, and some of the pieces there were just amazing by semi-successful artists, because to be in a gallery like that, you had to be semi-successful. But the way the colors were put by the women or the guys was really something. So I jumped between Impressionism and postmodern. I'll just show you an example of print of my brother. It's fancy, what you call fancy doodling.
Fancy doodling. Let's see here.
Yeah, back it up a little bit.
What?
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Your brother did that?
It's like the Man of Mancha, like the musical.
Yeah.
With the horse and the old man knight that's going to save the day kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And he's got an exhaust at the end, like a car exhaust, an old car at the end.
Right.
Weird.
That's very cool.
But that's my brother.
Wow.
Very interesting. Very creative. By the way, Mike, what did you use to create the paintings, in the house, this collection?
I work just in oils, nothing else.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. I love the oils because of the vibrant and richness of the color of oils. where people work a lot of time in acrylic because it doesn't take that long to dry. It dries within a day or so.
Right.
Yeah.
Oils take within about at least 2 weeks, at least it takes. But I love the richness, and I try to stay true to the art history of oils, and all the great artists actually used oils, and so you could say I kept that part of the life of the art world in that sense.
Right. Mike, are you into photography as well?
I'm not into photography, no, but I do appreciate it.
Okay.
And I appreciate some of the.
You guys want to see something?
Sorry?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Sure.
By the way, while Manny is getting his stuff, Mike, actually, when I came to the United States, I always had a little bit of artistic side. I always like to kind of sketch, draw a little bit. I took some classes, some kind of courses and stuff, and I painted a little bit. But I actually really wanted, I had this idea for a small collection of paintings that I want to do, and I actually want to do them in oil. So if you don't mind, I would love to have maybe a private chat with you about the oil painting when you have time. Maybe just send me an email. I would just love to have a little conversation and get some advice from you. Whoa, what is this, Manny?
That is a local artist. He's based out of. He goes all over the world. This piece is called Inner Piece.
Wow.
And it's one of 750.
Wow. Just phenomenal. It's very three-dimensional.
Yeah.
This looks like something from the Isle from England somewhere in the Lake District.
Yeah, and Timmy, that's an actual Japanese maple. I had one very similar to
that. Wow. And this is a photograph, correct?
It's a photograph, yeah. Printed on silver paper.
Good God.
Very nice.
Yeah.
How can you manage that? This was digital. Was it digital photography?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay. Well, then maybe that shouldn't be the right question, but
it's a landscape photography. It's a really crazy skill. The landscape photographers, if you guys know anything about it, landscape photographers, these guys, they go out and they basically, they study the environment, and then they find that, they calculate, keep going back to the same place over and over and over, and they find the perfect weather, the perfect time. The sun has to be at just the perfect spot, and they keep improving until they take the perfect shot of that place. And this looks like something like this guy's been probably coming back here for years until he finally took perfect snapshot of this location.
Yeah, he goes all over the world, and he does a lot of scenery. You can look him up, Peter Lick, L-I-K, Peter L-I-K, Lick. And his studio is based out of Vegas, but he has galleries all over.
Wow, that's really it's something magical the way he got that in there.
Wow.
It's very cool. So
I think the way he explained it is pretty.
He's the guy. Is he the guy who took the picture of the moon? Yeah. This is okay. I know this. So this is let me show you something. He's the one who cracked the code to take this picture. Like, this is an actual photograph.
That's really amazing.
Of the moon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's insane, and the way this was done. This is an actual picture, and it was done with an extremely kind of long lens, and it had to be just the right moment. Yeah, the moon. See, it's calculation. It's probably to take this picture because the moon and the Earth, they move quite quickly at really long, what's it called? Like a long
Intervals.
distance.
Is this considered a supermoon?
It's like a super moon. Yeah, it's a super moon, but it's
Yeah.
also taken at like he probably had like 5 seconds to take this shot because it's like a sniper rifle. You know, he had focal length. Okay, so this was done with an extremely long focal length lens because you have to zoom in at the moon really, really hard, and then you also have to have the foreground. So he had this tree in the foreground, which was close, and he's focused on the moon, and he had to be in the right place at the right time for this whole thing to come together and to take the picture. These are extremely difficult.
Yeah, no, he does some really cool work. That piece that I have was on display on the Smithsonian Museum for a while.
Wow.
That same exact piece that I have.
That is something I don't know whether it's a combination of this telescopic lens, like you said, Tim, reaching a way of catching the moon far away near a cliff of some hill somewhere, or was it slightly manipulated, which still counts as art?
There it is. See.
No, it's not manipulated. That's the thing. It's all in the camera, right? So there might be some like color correction a little bit, but the true
he'll
scale.
spend days, Daniel, waiting for the right light.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Amazing
these guys,
large, just amazing how large that moon comes out. Holy smokes! I've seen the moon.
Right.
I forget what it's called because of the dust particles in, or whatever you call it, in the air that day in the summer or spring in Toronto, and I'll see a moon that's somewhat larger. Like it is quite large. It's like, I don't know, but never looked like that.
Yeah. Because that's you need a really long zoom for that. So you need a lens that's he was probably using like maybe 2000 zoom. You know, like I have a camera over here, right? That goes up to 105 millimeter zoom, but he was using probably 1200 with a multiplier, double that to 2400. And to get it that big, he had to have extra zoom. But then he also had to have the foreground. Right. So and he had to have the location. You know, the reason this type of photography is possible is because nowadays there's these apps that allow you to calculate where the moon is going to be in and when is it going to be there. So if you know where the moon is, and then you can use the app, you place yourself somewhere, and then you calculate, okay, you want this tree to be in the foreground, and then you then basically the app will tell you when the moon is going to be there. Right. Now that's going to be your job to be at the location, ready to take the picture, because it's literally a couple of seconds. Because at these extremely long focal lengths, the moon is literally moving like that. Like it's just going like this fast. So it's truly,
that's something.
Yeah. Having said that, though, there were some beautiful landscape photos that were done from Ansel Adams way before anybody understood what an app was. That it also relies on understanding the environment where you're taking the picture and also the timing involved in that. But anyways, you're right, Tim. Today, you can get assistance by using these apps or whatever the case may be. But there are a lot of people that still do it just because they understand where the moon's going to be at one time or another because they're from that area. But
it also takes creativity, right? Like he had to come up with the idea in his head, like, oh, I want the moon to be this big with something like this, and then finding the location, right?
Certainly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's these guys, and it's like they had to think like what is art, right? I think Mike Lewis alluded to this kind of like art is like pushing the envelope, right? It's always being um, creating something that hasn't been done before to push the envelope further, right? Like in the Greece, I was at the museum earlier today, right? And then they had these Mycenaean sculptures, right? Which are like really stiff, kind of Egyptian
Yeah.
style sculptures where
Yes.
the figure is like all stiff, right?
Yeah.
And then the Greeks develop it into this contrapposto stance where the figure looks almost lifelike, right? And so like something that hasn't been done before, right? Something before the figurines. See here, actually, I'll pull up the image actually because I did take some pictures, right? So what is like this is kind of what I see art, I think, as. Okay, here we go. Here's a great example. Let me show you. This is a great example of a really early, and the same thing in photography, right? In photography, there's early photography where photographers they think about things in one way. Here we go. Here we go. I got the sculpture over here. Now I'm actually not sure which one is the roommate, either the one on the right or on the left. They look very similar.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay. It actually, I think it's the one on the left that's my wife. The one on the right. See, we've got early sculptures, right? And even in the early sculptures, let me show you something. So like the early sculptors, they like they started out like this, right? And then there'll be a sculptor who pushes the envelope further. And here's like a really good example. Let me show you this of where the envelope. Watch this, and this is really simple because it's just like it's the next logical step. And so here's the next logical step. Still same kind of stiff figure, but look here.
The detail.
It looks like there's a little bit more detail, but also look at this. It looks like the sculptor was trying to create the illusion of a woman pulling on her robe, like she's pulling on the fabric, right?
Yeah.
They didn't quite know how to do it realistically at that time yet, right? But there's already a difference there from that first sculpture to that next one, to this one, right? Is that it goes from stiff to now, there's almost like, this fabric is flexible, right? And this is like obviously 100 years apart, because and then from there we go to something like this where now there's a little bit of movement here. You see one foot is ahead of the other. This is like the sculptors are evolving their process. They're developing, they're learning new understanding of how to work with the stone, right? And then from there we move into like here this is the most famous, right? The Poseidon or Zeus, and that's the contrapposto. The Greeks have basically perfected the sculpture, right? It can't get better than this, right? Human-like, like as a human form, this looks like a human. So where do you go from here? Is now this is the creation of a perfect human being, right? So this is artists, they pushed the envelope so far that they created a realistic person, right? This person, this is better than realistic person. This is a perfect person, right?
Hold on.
Yes.
This looks like me coming out of the bath. Perfect. Okay.
I was going to say it's like me going to breakfast.
Yeah. So, but exactly, right? Like that's the perfect. And then where do you go from there? Let me show you one more. So this is where do they go from here? From going from they got to the perfection with the Poseidon, and then they've reverted to realism. So this is a sculpture of Augustus, and you see he's got this fucking weird head, right? That's not a perfect human being. He looks like a regular human being. Now the realism is like the perfect human. First they reached this pinnacle where they thought, oh, we reached this perfect perfectionism, where it's we
That's their
created
version.
something that looks like a perfect human being.
They imagine to be perfect. Yes, right. I get it.
They imagine exactly. They created a 10 out of 10, like
done, and it's no one's like that, right? Yeah, that's what
exactly. Those are the gods.
Yeah.
And actually, this is the same thing. See, this is what the Greeks went through in their sculptures is something that French went through in their art. Right? They pushed the art to create these perfect paintings, and then they arrived at Impressionism.
Look at the medieval art.
Mike, excuse me. Let me say goodnight. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. I gotta go.
Oh,
I gotta get up. I
James.
gotta get up in 6 hours.
Take
get
care,
my son
James.
up and go to
Nice
school.
meeting you, man.
Talk to you later. You
James.
too, Mike.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
And
we're gonna take a look at a few more things.
Yeah, don't turn into a
really
pumpkin.
Appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, we'll be.
Cheers, James.
Very soon. Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Look at medieval art, how it was flat. The paintings were flat.
Yes.
They had no depth. They had no depth in their paintings. And then you move to the Renaissance period, and then you look at Botticelli, and then you look at Michelangelo, and then you look at Leonardo da Vinci. They created this 3D effect, and it was a different, I mean, a period just incredible from being kind of a not realistic at all, flat and boring, basically all the same, to move to an actual where they had feelings in their art, where it became more realistic. When you look at pieces like from Botticelli, when he created, the Primavera, and he created all these amazing pieces of art that were just unique and different, but yet realism came more into the picture of the painting in comparison to the medieval art. It's the same thing how we move forward as time goes on and appreciate art more and more as time moves on also.
Yes. And it's kind of like this is how art evolves. And now we're in a really interesting place with the art. There hasn't been this much art being created ever in history of mankind that there is today.
Well,
so it's really
what fascinates me is today now they just pumping anything different and wild, and it's kind of it's not, to a certain extent, I don't consider it so much art. I mean, there's pieces like Rothko. I don't know if you're familiar with Rothko as an artist. His pieces where he would paint two different colors, blue and red, and would call it the painting Blue and Red. And the piece would be fetch millions of dollars. And I don't think that was something incredible and original. It's just very, it's just amazing.
It was original. It was a counterculture creation. It was rejection of like what other artists were trying to create, like the perfect human form, right? And also like what oh my God. Hey, by the way, Sean, welcome to the show.
Hi, Sean.
Picasso, just Picasso, right? Like Picasso was creating, right? He studied in school. He knew how to create a perfect, proportional human being. But then his paintings were a rejection of that. They were kind of caricatures. He
went to the direction of Cubism, where now he created these unusual pieces that some people at the time would think that it was just garbage. It wasn't art, but it was different and unique and creative at the same time.
Yeah.
But
It was new. It was something new that
Yes.
nobody was doing before.
Right.
There was I won't say compatriot, but there was a Russian woman artist around the same time as Picasso. And I think he was influenced by her. Was she influenced by him? I can't remember. But the work by her was very much like his when I went to the art gallery. Can't remember. Cordova, I can't remember her name. But
Great this discussion, guys. I was listening to your stream while I was doing some work, jump in the shower, getting ready to go out with Mrs. But I had to jump on for a few minutes because this discussion is so great. First and foremost, I just want to say, Mike, congratulations on your timepiece. It's beautiful,
Thank
man.
you very much, John. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No, really, it's gorgeous. And unfortunately, I was busy. I couldn't pop a bottle of wine. Otherwise, I would have joined you guys without being on the stream.
We missed you.
Yeah, I miss you guys too. We miss Timmy, but I'm glad that he's taking the time with roommate. Speaking of the evolution of art, what you're speaking of, if you go to any great museum, or we were in Florence a couple of years ago, and we visited Uffizi, and it was very evident when you look at the paintings of Mother Mary and Baby Jesus. Mother Mary is not your is not the beautiful a woman image of a beautiful woman. And if you look at the details of Baby Jesus, it's really a shrunken grown up. It's not a beautiful baby. It's an ugly baby. They could not, or for whatever reason, they did not paint the baby as a beautiful baby, but as a grown up, but just smaller stature. And as the paintings evolved, you see the baby Jesus becoming a baby, and pardon me.
You saw that more in Renaissance art.
Absolutely.
The medieval art was more unattractive paintings, flat.
They were flat, absolutely. Yes. And then, as you said it earlier, you see the angles come in where you go. If you go stand in a certain angle, you look at the painting, you see what the painter, what the artist had intended for you to see. And yeah, it's really an amazing thing to go into. And my recommendation is I'm sure based on what Timmy's sharing with us, maybe you joined a group and you had somebody that was explaining the arts and the statues and so forth. But if you go to any museum, it is really worth it. If you don't want to get a private guide, it's worth it to go with a group at least, and they'll walk you through it. But for instance, we were in Madrid in 2001, and we went to Prado. And there are fantastic paintings there. And there are some amazing paintings, huge paintings, that the guide took us to the right, the left, and the center. And the painting becomes three-dimensional. It's just amazing technique that they used back then.
Are you talking about the skull? The skull, when you look from the side,
not the skull. No, it was. No, it's not. I forgot the name of the painting.
Sean.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever gone to the Vatican Museum?
We didn't get a chance. We were outside, but we didn't get a chance. That's something that definitely we want to do, hopefully in the future.
There's an incredible painting by Raphael. Mm-hmm. Raphael, I consider probably one of the greatest artists that ever lived. He died young, but he did some incredible pieces that were just so amazing. There's one painting that he has in the Vatican Museum, and it's called the Transfiguration. Are you familiar with it?
I'm not.
It's a stunning piece. It's actually showing where Jesus is ascending into heaven, and then you have Moses and you have Elijah on either side with the apostles at the bottom, looking up. It's an incredible piece. It's just so incredible. It captivates that moment, and if you ever get a moment to look it up, you'll see what I'm talking about. What a genius painter he was, Raphael was.
What's it called? What's it called again, Mike? Sorry?
Transfiguration.
And speaking of the geniuses, how you doing, Daniel? Manny, how are you?
How are you, Sean?
Great.
I don't know if I'll take too kindly to being called genius, but thank you.
Are you looking it up right now?
Yes, I'm gonna pull it up for us to take a look at here on the stream.
Transfiguration by Raphael.
There we go. There we go.
It's a stunning piece. It's a big piece too. It's not a small piece.
There we go.
Yeah, beautiful. Yep.
This one. Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
And if you see it in person, you just get your jaw drops. It's just so incredible. I mean, the picture doesn't justify it to actually seeing it in person.
Right.
You know, Mike, now that we bring it up, I did see it at the Vatican when I was there. I saw it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible. And just that period of time, the Renaissance period. I mean, when you walk, did you ever go inside the Sistine Chapel?
I did.
I mean, it's just, I think it's one of the most incredible man-made creation on earth, the Sistine Chapel, with all that artwork and that backdrop with all that artwork on the main piece that's called, you know, the Judgment.
Yeah. I went in the last Jubilee that they had. So I went into St. Peter's Cathedral the very last day before they closed the door of the saints. When I was in Rome.
Yes, that's another great piece too.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah.
He was considered. Yeah, look at that. It's just incredible.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. There was a movie years and years ago, where Rex Harrison plays this impatient Pope that's pushing the guy who played Moses. What's his name? Rex Harrison. To finish the Sistine Chapel. I forget the name of the movie, but this may have been this. Maybe it's just bogus Hollywood stuff. I don't know. But that was a movie back. God, I'm dating myself. I think that movie goes far back in the 70s.
Watch, if you ever get a chance, like I said before, guys, they did a movie called The Two Popes. It's very good. It's based on a true story about Pope Benedict and Pope, trying to think of the present Pope now. What's the name of the present Pope? I forgot his name. Francis, right.
Yes,
well, it's based on actual. And I was telling you, like before, my school friend at the time did the production for The Two Popes, Mark Tilsley, and they actually wouldn't allow him. They would not allow him to do the filming in the Sistine Chapel, so he had to recreate the Sistine Chapel as if they were in there to do that actual part in that movie. It's just incredible.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, the work to do that, my goodness. And there's the hand touching, Tim. That's
yes. This is
that's
the fake
Tim, that's me reaching out to you to take over.
Hey Daniel, are you asking Timmy to pull your finger?
yeah, something fun.
Guys, it's fantastic joining you guys. I'm going to go. Thank you for having me on for a few minutes and interrupting the discussion. By the way, I believe the painting that I'm referring to in Prado was by Velasquez. I think he was the one that did the painting. But anyways, I'll go check out I'll go get into a little bit more of the Raphael painting that you brought up, Mike. It's amazing. That world is so deep and so interesting and so fascinating. So
Sean, another great artist in that period was Caravaggio. He did some.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Of course. Yeah. No, he's amazing. Speaking of arts, this morning my wife and I, as we were having breakfast, we were talking about Bach and the Goldberg variations and where Goldberg variation came and so forth. And we pulled up this fantastic documentary that featured Lang Lang, and which is an amazing pianist, right? And it was about an hour long. I would definitely recommend for you guys to watch it. Beautifully made. And he went to his original mentor, which is a woman in China. He said, every time I want to play a new piece, I always have to pay her a visit and and he also showed, working with a couple of other mentors of his, and
Whoops.
Oh, you still there, Sean?
Oh no.
Explain to us later, Sean. You got to brush off. Oh, there you are.
Did I lose you guys, or you guys hear me? Did I lose you guys?
You're still here. You're still here.
I'm here. Okay. Where Bach is actually buried, and he played the Goldberg Variations, and you could see the tears coming down his eyes. And at the end, he got up and he blew a kiss and put a flower over the grave, the tomb. But anyways, it's a great piece. I would highly recommend for everybody to watch it. All right.
Send me a link, Sean. I'll share it with everybody.
Okay, I will do that. As a matter of fact, because in there, it's mainly English, but there's German in there, and actually his wife, beautiful. He's Lang Lang. If you guys are familiar with him, he's got a beautiful Chinese wife. That I think she grew up maybe in Germany because she speaks German fluently, and she's also a pianist. But there's a lot of what do you call it? What do you call it? The text captions, right? Is that captions? Yeah, captions. But there's I guess it was made by Russians, because there's captions in English when they're speaking other language, but then the Russian one is already English. So,
I'm gonna understand it perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll send you the link as soon as I jump off. I'll send you the link.
I'll translate it for you guys.
Yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys. It was great seeing you, and maybe we can get back to the whiskey and the cigar Sunday next week. All right.
Definitely. I hope we could do whiskeys and cigars together next week. Okay, I'm gonna really prepare something special.
By the way,
tomorrow is my last day in Greece.
No, well, enjoy it. And you know what? I didn't even. I only caught you a couple of times before, but I didn't want to jump into too much because I want you to have fun over there. I mean, this is like work for you. I know it's fun for you, but it's work, and you need to spend time with the missus. But by the way, Thursday night with Cars and Chronos in. At the Breguet was fantastic. It was great meetup, and afterwards, Jesus, Vertical Clutch, and Cars and I went to the Grand Havana Club and Cigar Club, and then we had a great time.
I saw the pictures on Instagram, Sean. That looked great.
Yeah, I was on another channel earlier today, and I was telling them. Breguet is such an amazing brand, and the people. I think Timmy met the lady, the general manager of the Breguet Boutique Rodeo Drive, Violet, at our event last year, and then the president of that's her in the middle.
Yes, I did.
And to her right, it's the president of Breguet North America that actually resides in LA. Great gentleman, and he has this beautiful 10 past 10 pin that it's a part of the Breguet logo, I guess. And every time I saw it, man, that is a beautiful pin, and you cannot buy it at the store. So I kept on forgetting to order it at eBay. So at the end of the night, we are there, we are having fun, and then Cars and I and his sister were gonna go to Grand Havana Club. So the gentleman. Ahmed comes and to shake my hand. All of a sudden, he puts something in my hand. It's the pin off his jacket. I said, "Man, you don't need to do this. I'm gonna get it." And then Violet goes, "From where?" I said, "From." I figured I'll go and get it on eBay. She starts laughing. It's a solid gold, and it's got diamonds on it. Where the Breguet hands are circles, it's got diamonds on it. I had no idea. He just gave me a 18-karat gold pin.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow.
And that's
how, Sean, you deserve it. You deserve it. You're such a big advocate for the Breguet brand. I mean, Breguet has been under fire, but look, you got the 10 hertz. You're such a huge fan, and Jesus, he's a huge fan of Breguet as well. Cars and Chrono. Oh man,
cars actually, but there's a minute repeater that kind of caught his eye. So we'll see. And he doesn't have a break. I would love to have cars. I would love to see I would love to see a Breguet in his collection. But guys, that bottle that you saw, it's and you guys know Jesus. I met Jesus through team. A great guy at Panerai, great watch guy, great car guy.
He's the one who sold Red Shovel the Panerai.
Yeah, and he's with Dictador rum company, and these guys have rums that are $1.5 million a bottle for a bottle. So the one that you see over there is a Lalique, and it's a $25,000 bottle. And Tim, you have to see him in his element, which is spirits, wines, and obviously rum. He did an amazing job telling the story. So they did a little bit of pour. They gave us the glass, and they did a little bit of pour. And as soon as I put my nose in the glass, it was. I'm not a rum fan. I enjoy drinking, but rum is not the first thing that I go to. But
rum is good mixed with something.
Yeah, and Cars was right next to me. I go, Cars. Take a sniff, man. This thing is amazing. And it was so delicious. Goes perfect with cigars. So anyways, so it was calculated that little pour was $290. So we go to we say goodbye. We go to the cigar club, and Cars pulls out the Behike cigar, amazing. We sat outside by the balcony in Beverly Hills, and we were smoking. Jesus joined us, and then we had a chance to have a little bit more of that rum to enjoy it with the cigar, and it was just beautiful. It was a great evening. We were there well past midnight, Thursday night. Yeah,
Sean, a very good rum for the price. Are you familiar with Zaya? Z-A-Y-A.
That's actually what he also brought up.
Only $30 a bottle.
Yeah, he actually said that the low end, those are really good bottles as well.
Very nice for the price.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And that's the Behike, and that's our buddy, Mr. Vertical Clutch, and that's his watch. I had that watch on my wrist last year when we went to the art show in Santa Monica, which we sat right next to head of Apple while we were trash talking Apple watches. And then I look, I'm going like, this guy looks so familiar. What's the table next to us? And we were kind of being a little bit louder because Breguet had they had their stuff there at that art show, and this is a major art show. So I guess he traveled down, and friends and family were there, I guess. So he gets up and goes, and then he gives us a look, and then I told the guys, you know who that is? And then they go, oh my God, that's so and so. I says, yeah. I said, so he heard us trash talking Apple Watch. Yeah, that was funny. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. This is waiting for me. It was a lot of fun chatting with you guys for the last few minutes.
Hey, Sean, thank you so
Good
much.
night.
Weekend.
Can't wait to catch up with you at the Animal House. And Manny's coming, so it's all
exactly. Look forward to it, and it's going to be amazing.
Maybe we can get Mike Lewis to join us. Mike, last chance.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. That would be great.
I hope we don't have a sting operation at this house. Okay.
Ed, be careful. The only thing that can sting over there is you, Daniel. So don't worry about
it. Yeah.
All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
See you, Sean.
Bye.
Oh my God.
Just a slight digression here. In your group chat, Tim, where the group participates.
Yes, I haven't been putting anything in there.
No, this was good stuff. Someone sent a video of the interview with Waco interviewing Fred Savage, because I think Fred Savage is part of something, and we won't go into it because that's why we're in LA.
No. Fred Savage. Well, no, Fred Savage. He's starting a company for watch verification system.
Oh, so that's separate. Okay.
No, but it's a separate. But they're going to be partners.
Oh, I see. Okay, you didn't.
Yeah, so nobody's supposed to know this.
Okay, all right.
and nobody's watching, so
but
it's
it
so cool.
sounded. Yeah, I'm a nobody. Thanks for telling me. But it seemed really impressive. Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah, he might be there at the event.
Yeah,
Don't tell anyone.
I won't tell anyone.
There's no guarantee. He may not. You never know.
Yeah,
Mike, seriously, send me an email. And if you're in the area, you're already in Arizona, it would be very easy, kind of a way for you to
Yeah,
get
it's only
to
7-hour drive.
Right.
7-hour drive. Ooh,
That's
yeah,
too
you're gonna have
much.
to fly.
No, fly. If you come, Mike, I guess you fly.
But I really need to talk to you about the oil paintings, because I have an idea for an oil painting collection that I want to do, and I want to get some advice on the paints, on the technique, on what needs to be done, just to refresh my memory. Because I'm super freaking impressed. That's a beautiful. What you've done is incredible. Have you because the way even you made these paintings, they look like a part of a collection. Because it's like a set. You got different colors. It's a similar style, right? Have you
I've got some
sold
other pieces.
any of your paintings?
I've sold a couple. I've actually haven't painted recently for a while, but I had come up with a certain style, and I will show you another time when we have a wine and deal like this we're doing every Sunday.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I created a certain kind of figurines and figurine that I had made in like a series, and I'll show it to you next time.
Yeah. Yes. I would love to talk about this, because I've got an idea, and I'm developing it right now, and definitely I would love to talk to you about the painting techniques, and also about the style. It's a great.
Yeah, Tim,
thing.
Hold on, Tim. You're developing an idea.
As well as using a brush, I do use occasionally a palette knife. I don't know if you ever worked with a palette knife.
My mom did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it like a little spatula?
Well, it's to apply the color and to mix at the same time. I use it sometimes on the canvas to create its kind of unique blending of the colors on the actual canvas itself. Yeah. Because as most of my work, as you see, is more abstractual style. It's not necessarily realism or surrealism or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my mom did landscape. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tim. With the palette, my mom did landscapes with the palette knife. She would draw first what she saw somewhere, let's say in Idaho or wherever she was visiting, and then come back and then recreate that in a bigger canvas with the palette knife.
Do you have any of these images?
Multicolors, yeah. What? Sorry?
Does she work with watercolors?
Do you have any of her images? We would love to show it on the stream, maybe on the next episode.
I'll try to look for them. But it seemed like, although she didn't say she was using it, it looked like acrylic, but I think it was oils for the palette knife. Yeah, because she got the effect that was like, no, damn it, I think it was acrylic. The way it comes out and comes up, I think it was acrylic. She didn't tell me, but I think it was acrylic. And then she did a lot of watercolors too. She did. She did a lot of colored pencils, like I showed of the image of me. So when it was appropriate, it was also pastels, the pastel crowns, and using a mixture of all those mediums sometimes on a canvas. It depended where her heart took her. But she loved the use for expediency. Instead of having to, clear the thing for the brush and so on, she's dealing with. Some of the kids have died off, unfortunately, in my life. But there were 6 children, dealing with 6 children and the house and just survival and taking us to get for clothes and God knows what, and being a good mom. It was whatever she can grab time to do artwork, and it was best with the crayons, pencil crayons, and just get it done, part of it done, and then she can clean up real quickly and get on with whatever it had to do with the house.
Not everybody lives forever like you, Daniel. So it's hard. It's a hard life. By the way, before we end it here, let's do another 11 minutes because it's 2 a.m. here in Greece. I do have to go to sleep. So
I feel sorry for roommate. I feel sorry for roommate that she doesn't have her Tim with her, but
Yeah, no, she's asleep. She doesn't care about me. Don't worry about that.
What's that?
Before we leave, there was a lot of questions of the models, cars that Manny has behind him. Can you tell us a little bit about what you got going on over here?
Yeah,
This
that
is kind of
one's
art
on my
related
other
as well because these
wall.
are models. Yeah.
That one's a 1/18 scale Aston Martin Vantage V12. And behind there, you see the picture that's all autographed. That was last year at the Petit Le Mans race in Atlanta. And I hung out with one of the factory drivers. And I got them to sign that photo for me. So all three of the racers signed the photo.
That's so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Manny, how do you like the new Vantage I just came out with, the 2025?
I love it.
Isn't it gorgeous?
I love it.
It's stunning.
It finally looks the way it should.
And they did the completely change of the infotainment.
Yes.
The interior looks totally different.
Yeah. I went to the unveiling, Mike. At the local dealer here, and they had a party, and it was really nice. So I love the new Vantage.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I've been to Aston Martin factory with Malthred. Shout out to Malthred in England. Yeah, I came to England and Malthred, he was so freaking cool. He's a mechanic there. He's like a super specialty. He's like the highest level of mechanics there are. And he has all this crazy VIP access. And he took me to this insane Aston Martin factory. He wants to get an Aston Martin himself. And I told him, like, dude, what are you waiting for? You should just do it. Sell a couple of Rolexes. Get the Aston Martin. Why not? Life is short. If you're not gonna get it now, it's not like he's not Daniel Katz. He's not gonna live forever. So
that's right.
You gotta get what you love. But you don't have just this one. You got a few more there.
Yeah. So look at the other picture is the one that's actually behind me, close up. Because Sean was asking me what are all those cars that I have there.
Yeah, here we go. Let's go
on the top is an Aston Martin 177. They only made 77 of those.
Right.
Oh,
so
I've got that one in black.
V12.
What?
Yeah, front engine V12.
You got one out of 77, Mike?
Yeah. No, I don't have the actual car because they're worth a lot of money.
Yeah, no.
I have the model, which
the
is
model,
but it's in black.
Oh. What?
Yeah, the model.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Oh, the model.
Bring it in.
How big is the model?
It's 1/18 scale, so it's about.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, 1/18 scale.
Okay.
So that's what that top one is. It's 177, which is I love it. It's one of my favorite ones.
Wow. Here we go. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So you have one too, Mike.
I'm into those too. Yeah.
Nice. So you have is that black?
The black one. Yeah.
Black one. Okay.
With the wing and the open doors. What's
yes.
this?
Yes.
Does it have, Mike? Does it have? Can we take a look at the engine, Mike?
I don't know if it can. I don't know if it can open the engine.
Making fun, Mike. I was making fun. Is there actually a res?
But check this out. You can look at the engine of the Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Look at this. Talk about detail. Look at that.
Oh my.
Yeah,
oh. Fuck.
And even the doors open up. Check this out. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, it looks so realistic.
Yeah, that's the CN,
Who makes
right?
these?
Trying to remember the name. I'm a little bit buzzed,
I think
so
that's
forgive
the
me.
CN.
Trying to see how the hell the doors open up. Let me see.
Or maybe you have to press on the door.
Even I think you got to press this. I can't remember, to be honest with you. I don't want to break the damn thing.
Don't break it.
Don't break it. Don't break
Yeah,
it. Be
don't
really
mess
careful.
with it.
Hey,
It's so cool.
we'll go into more details.
This is the Veneno, which is
Veneno, that's right.
like about $5-6 million if you're going to get one.
That's right.
Holy shit!
And there was a guy in Miami that actually owns one of those.
Oh, I remember. You got to slide. There you go.
Ooh.
You got to slide the handle.
Forward.
Even it's so realistic, kind of. Look at this.
I see.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa!
I mean, look at this. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, the detail that they put
Oh,
on.
hey, we got Sean back. Hey,
You
Sean.
guys keep pulling me back, man.
Yeah,
You guys keep pulling me
came
back.
right in time.
You guys, I feel like I'm whatchamacallit, Al Pacino playing in Godfather. You pull me back in.
Yeah.
Guys, this is amazing. Do you know what we have to do?
Close up of what you were asking earlier. Myself in the back.
No, that I saw. I'm still putting my pants on and all that to go with wifey, and I'm seeing. I said I have to jump on. Hey, we have to do a model car Sunday whiskey and cigars too.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
We'll pull some of our model cars. I have the one that Schumacher matched. Whatchamacallit, one Manuel Fangio's 5th championship at Formula One, and it has the dirt and all that. That's when he was at Francorchamps, and then I have the one that he won for his 7th all-time record also. So, anyways, no, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
We gotta take them out. Whoa!
Hey,
That's amazing.
Put my picture up so Sean can see it again.
There's a guy.
Oh,
here,
gorgeous.
There's a guy here in Scottsdale who's got a silver.
Yeah, I've seen it. He has a wrapped mirror, right?
Right, that's it. That's the guy.
I've seen it.
Yeah. He lives up here, up in North Scottsdale. And when they had at the Rolex AD a couple of years ago, they invited all these high-end, Lamborghinis, and he pulled up with his 177. Kind of excuse my language, but he's kind of an arrogant prick.
Oh, is he?
But I gotta admit, that car is stunning. It's just so stunning.
Timmy, pull the other picture. Really quick. The first one.
Oh, let me see. I was taking the shoe tree out of my shoes.
All right,
oh yeah, that's really gorgeous.
Quick, so the first one is the 177, just like Mike's.
Yeah.
Except that one is in Diavolo red, which is the exact color as my Rio Aston.
Ah. I see.
Nice.
The one below it is the DBR9.
Yeah.
So that was a Rio race car. And that's below that is the McLaren 675 LT.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's the one that I took a picture of. Similar.
And then that bottom one is a very famous car that actually won Le Mans in 1995. Oh, so that's the McLaren F1 GTR that won in 1995 in Le Mans.
And guess what engine it had in it?
V12, BMW.
That's right.
BMW M-Power, baby. M-Power.
Hey, Manny.
Yes.
Guess what I was watching a couple days ago? I watched the movie Le Mans with Steve McQueen.
Oh, yes.
I'd never seen it completely. This is the first time I actually watched the whole movie.
How is that possible, Mike? How is that possible?
Movie.
It is. It is an amazing movie, and the car footage inside the car.
Yeah.
Even, you're talking about a movie that's now 50. 52 years old, and they didn't have the technology they have with the cameras and all that stuff. And They did a great job with it. I mean, they put you. What happened to Mike?
I think did we lose Mike?
We lost him. I think maybe his phone died.
Maybe his phone
The link
died,
is
yeah.
pinned. Mike,
Yeah.
come back. You know what? What I'll do, I'll get a whole bunch of stuff downloaded on like a flash drive, or I'll bring my computer to Animal House, and I'll have all of these
Gentleman
films,
style.
incredible
Gentleman style.
Yes, gentleman style. I have these films playing in the background on the TV, and we can all just
Cool.
we're just gonna be at the house chilling, and we can just sit down. Enjoy the Le Mans.
Do you know what I'll bring? Do you know what I'll bring? Do you know what I'll bring? I'll bring the movie and we'll put it in a loop. The Rendezvous.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
The Rendezvous. I'll bring the Rendezvous. Yeah.
That's right. That's a good one.
That's a great one. You want to pull up close to the screen, blast off the sound, raise the volume, and just watch that thing.
But I got the funny feeling that 3 days, like at the Animal House, we're going to be so busy trying to do too many things. You're talking about
No, we're gonna be chilling.
This is what we're gonna do. This is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. During the day we're gonna go hit the watch stores, and then at night we're gonna eat like pigs, and then drink. And then we're just gonna goof around, and then maybe we'll go. One day we'll go by the beach so the guys can walk on the sand. But we're just gonna hang out, and Saturday's gonna be the big event. But that's basically what it's all about, right?
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
just relaxing. No, there's nothing. No hard activities.
What we are doing now, we're gonna be doing it in person.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's what it's about. Yeah. So we expect you to be wearing your best attire, Mr. Katz. We want to see all the colors, brother. We want to see everything. We want to see the rainbow, everything. Every color in the spectrum. We want you to bring it on.
And your fanciest hat, Daniel.
What?
Exactly.
You gotta wear a fancy hat.
There's Mike. Mike is back.
Hey, Mike.
Sorry, I apologize.
Well, that's good, all right.
No, you're good.
What happened, by the way? Was it the phone battery or what?
It was the phone battery. I was warned and I ignored it, and now I just plugged it back to get charged up.
Well, we didn't know we were gonna go this long. I was planning for a 2-hour show today, but we went for 3 hours. Hey, it's just how these things sometimes go.
I'm getting indigestion from sitting here.
Hey,
guys, in about 5 weeks.
I had the 177.
Yep. In about 5 weeks, we're going to do this in person, so that's going to be fun.
In about 5 weeks, we'll be praying about your election.
Yeah. Let's not ruin the fun with bringing politics into the mix. You Canadians know how to stir up the Americans. Stop it. All right, guys. It was so much fun talking to you guys. Take care.
Hey, Sean. Next week we're gonna do a model car show. Everybody who has model cars, bring it out, and I'll try to think of which model car should I get.
Hey, Sean, are you still there?
I don't own one.
Yes, I am.
Oh,
yes, I am.
Before
we said bring. What is it? What did you say, Tim? Model parts or something? What did you say?
Models.
Bring models. You bring Daniel, you bring the most gorgeous model that you're dating, the longest legs, the longest hand.
Yeah.
You remember that? Right? Yeah.
Whoa! Oh, careful!
That's the new Z06.
Whoa!
It is. They sent this to me about 2 weeks ago because I had to. Of course, you have to buy a Z06, of course.
Right.
So what's so cool is they'll send you your car with the VIN number and everything in a model form as like a thank you from Chevrolet.
Wow.
Oh,
congratulations, Mike.
Man, we don't need to bring anything next week, guys. This gentleman takes the trophy.
Whoa.
That's it.
Yeah.
Man, you know what, Timmy? Let's cancel LA. Let's go to Scottsdale and let's go hang out at Mike's place. He's got all the toys.
Yeah.
He's got the art, he's got the wine, and he's got
Hey,
the
we know he's
cars.
got the good wine too. Yeah.
I've got wine cellar with nice wines. I've got
Yeah. That's
all
great.
all the attributes.
So Mike, when roughly will you get it?
Oh, I've got it already. You have to buy the car, and then they send you this.
So you've had it delivered already?
Oh yeah. I got it about 3 months ago. I got it.
Oh, nice. What color?
It's black.
Black,
They send
like
you
that.
exactly how it looks.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
It's black.
Oh.
It's a convertible.
Very nice.
Mike, can we do this after we us little kids proudly show our model cars? Can you afterwards show us your real car out there and do us a walk around?
Hey, for the after show.
Z06?
For the Z06, yeah. While you're on the stream. Yeah. Let's do that.
I could show you my stuff too.
That's cool. Yeah, let's do that.
I'll tell you something,
Guys.
Chevrolet did a hell of a job with the Z06.
Yeah.
It's an incredible car. It's quick as hell.
Yeah.
So yours is the convertible?
Yes.
Nice. Did you get a stick?
Only comes automatic.
Only comes automatic? Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen the ZR1?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to be releasing that next year. I called the dealership, the place where I got my Z06, and I asked them. I said, "What are you looking at price-wise?" They said to me, "We're looking about $100,000 over MSRP." I said to them, "Well, thank you. Anyway, I'm happy enough with my Z06. It's got 670 horsepower. Thank you very much."
That's right.
What's the MSRP on the ZR1? What's the MSRP?
They haven't said it yet, but I'm guessing it's going to be base price. I'm thinking it's going to be 160, 170. I think.
Yeah, 170.
I see.
And then when you add, all the extras, you're probably looking a good 200. But then everybody's going to mark them up ridiculously again.
Yeah.
I know nothing about cars, so patience, Sean and Michael. But is the Z06
and Manny
is this something better than a Corvette? I don't know anything about cars.
It's a Corvette, but it's their.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. They came out with the mid-engine in 2000,
right?
And the Stingray was the first new release with the mid-engine.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then in 2023 they came out with the Z06. That comes out with 670 horsepower, where the Stingray was 495 horsepower. So there's a difference.
You know what I don't like about all that horsepower? Because 600, 700 horsepower, the horses will run into each other. I don't know how you can synchronize it all.
Too many horses.
Love your imagination, Daniel. Love your imagination. Hey guys, my wife is patiently waiting for me. Before I go, I want to say hello to Elton and Timmy. You have a lot of cool people on your panel, so I'm going to jump off. So you guys take care and catch you guys next week sometime.
I'm going to end the stream right here. Sean, thank you so much for joining us.
Brother.
Manny, Daniel Katz, Mike Lewis, legend. We also had the legendary James Hess earlier on tonight.
That's right.
Guys,
I'm going to be discontinued because you're ending the stream.
Oh, the Daniel Katz has been now officially discontinued, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for a really small show. And I'm coming tomorrow. I'm going back to New York. We'll be back on normal schedules. Good shows are coming back. So upvote and see you soon. Support the show, guys. Support the show. It's hard. It's hard. This trip has been brutal. So I'll see you guys very soon. Take care, all.
Safe travels. Bye-bye.
Okay.